Hey everyone, we've updated our channel name from Chinese Novel Audio Wave to Chinese Novel Audiobook. Nothing else will be changing. We're still uploading a new video every day, bringing you the best Chinese novel audiobooks. Let's dive into today's story. Chapter 1, Rebirth and Return. Mom, Xiao Xiao is so hungry. Xiao Xiao's body hurts. Xiao Xiao wants to eat egg pancakes. Little boy, I can only eat steamed buns soaked in sugar water this morning. After my mother gets paid in 2 days, I will buy egg pancakes for Xiao Xiao, okay? Well, okay, I'll buy one for my dad, too. Dad likes to eat egg pancakes. The faint voice of the conversation continued to pass into the ears. The frigate was bombed, and Qin Tian himself sank to the bottom of the sea to feed the fish, and sat up from the bed in shock. This voice. Is it the voice of his wife and daughter? Am I not dead? Etc. Qin Tian touched his body. Then I looked around at the old, but clean and tidy household items all around. His eyes widened instantly. This is myself. Reborn. Reborn back before traveling through World of Warships. He hastily raised his right hand and looked at the back of his hand. Sure enough, a lifelike battleship pattern was engraved on it. This convinced him that the 3 years he had experienced in World of Warships was not a dream, but something that actually happened. The battleship pattern was not his own tattoo. It is the channel key bestowed by the will of the planet. 3 years ago, the world has been invaded by alien civilizations. Although human beings rose up to resist. However, the lethality of ordinary thermal weapons is too small. Nuclear weapons and powerful missiles have caused too much damage to their homeland. So just over 3 months, the tens of billions of people in the world were captured and slaughtered by alien creatures, and there are only less than 4 billion people left. Survived by luck. Most of them suffered from nuclear radiation and the harsh living environment. Just when everyone was desperately preparing for the final moment, the blue star planet will wake up. It has opened a passage to the evolutionary world for human beings. Only those who have been given the key by the will of the planet can enter the World of Warships to start their own evolutionary journey. And this key is the battleship imprint on the back of Qin Tian's hand. The world calls such people the Chosen One or the Chosen Captain. The one who becomes the Chosen One. After entering World of Warships, you can bind 3 relatives in the real world to enjoy the power of your own battleship in World of Warships. And such people are called gods. It is precisely because of the existence of these gods. Only then did human beings have the power to rival alien creatures. Avoided the catastrophe of genocide. It's just that the worries of foreign enemies have been alleviated. But the large-scale nuclear explosion had already destroyed the ecological environment of Blue Star. Toxic gases in the air made the vast majority of ordinary people suffer from various diseases. Qin Tian's wife Mu Ningxie and daughter Qin Xiaoxiao are one of them. Maybe it's because of being transported to this parallel world. Qin Tian has a body immune to nuclear radiation. But his wife of 6 years and their 3-year-old daughter are not immune to bad luck. If it weren't for Qin Tian being a time traveler, with his mind and ability, he became a department manager of a certain size in a company. I can get more than 5,000 wages a month to buy some common medicines for the 2 of them. I am afraid that the symptoms of the mother and daughter will be more serious. Even though he became the Chosen One in the previous life, he also bound the mother and daughter. But with his mediocre awakening talent, he didn't do very well in it. The island was not captured, and the Stargate was built. Naturally, there is no way to get in touch with the outside world. So until he died, he didn't know how the mother and daughter were doing outside. Think here. Qin Tian got out of bed immediately. Old and tattered slippers went out. Dad. As soon as he left the bedroom, a little girl with thinning hair and a sallow complexion, but still very cute, ran over happily. Wake up, why don't you sleep more? Beside the coffee table, the slender Mu Ningxie also stood up, and said to him in a gentle voice, hurry up and have dinner, Xiao Xiao is almost late for school. Although Mu Ningxie's family background is ordinary, her appearance and figure are excellent. Before aliens invaded Blue Star, she is recognized as the #1 beauty without makeup among the hundreds of employees in the company. The suitors are unknown. Even the son of their company boss has a lot of thoughts about her. But such a radiant beauty. Now he is also haggard from the pain. Only 1/3 of the original black and thick waist-length hair had fallen out. Obviously only 27 or 8 years old. But it gives people a feeling of 30 or 40, old people. Qin Tian suppressed the excitement in his heart to see the mother and daughter again. With a sour heart, he hugged Qin Xiaoxiao, who only weighed about 10 kilograms. Then he stroked her little grass-like hair and said, "Xiao, do you want to grow back the hair on your head with your mother?" "I think I want to see my mother's waist-length hair before." The little girl said it without thinking. "What are you talking about?" Mu Ningxie melted sugar water in a large bowl. Breaking off 2 white steamed buns and putting them in a bowl, he said, "Eat quickly. After you finish eating, send Xiao to school. I'm going to be late for work soon." It can be clearly seen. A trace of longing and loneliness flashed in her eyes. Which woman doesn't want to keep her youthful and glamorous forever? But now, she's just a poor woman lingering in the wasteland world. And people like her. Their companies grabbed a lot of them. Qin Tian walked over. He held her somewhat rough hand and said, "Ning Shui, you won't have to go to work from now on." Mu Ningxie gave her man a white look, and said angrily, "What nonsense are you talking about? Your salary is used to buy medicine for our mother and I. If I don't go to work, what shall we eat and drink in the future?" Qin Tian revealed the battleship imprint on the back of his hand. He smiled and said, "Congratulations, from tomorrow onwards, you will be a glorious God's blessed one." When seeing the lifelike battleship imprint on the back of Qin Tian's hand, Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao were all stunned. "How come?" Mu Ningxie grabbed Qin Tian's hand. "Doesn't that mean we can't be together anymore?" Her face was full of reluctance and worry. "Father, Xiaoxiao misses you." Qin Xiaoxiao also hugged Qin Tian's neck with tears in her eyes. Qin Tian touched the little girl's head and said, "The most urgent thing now is to cure you, and your mother's illness is the most important thing." Then he squeezed Mu Ningxui's hand and said, "And whoever said that I won't see you in the future? When I find an island in World of Warships and build a stargate, you and Xiaoxiao can freely enter World of Warships and reunite with me." Quote. Hear Qin Tian's words. Mu Ningxie couldn't help but let out a long sigh. That's easy to say, but reality is not so easy. It has been more than 2 years since Blue Star will opened World of Warships. There are only a handful of God's chosen who can occupy islands in 97% of the ocean area. Moreover, the chosen ones of the Yanlong Empire did not know what kind of offense they committed in the past 2 years. Most of the random talents that go in are not very high. Only very few can awaken B-level or A-level talents. So, the Yanlong Empire was called the land of God's punishment and the land of cursing by the lighthouse and other foreign powers. This time of year, 24,000 God's chosen entered the Yanlong Empire. But less than half are alive now. Certainly. Talent is one aspect. The most important thing is the treacherous and deadly climate in World of Warships and the malicious suppression and hunting of foreign devils. So inside, a little carelessness is a shipwreck. If possible, she really didn't want her man to enter it for survival challenges. Chapter 2 Regain Hope, S-level talent. As for occupying an island in this context, that's almost impossible. It is as difficult as climbing to the sky. Opening her arms, she hugged tightly the man who had never left her when her life was at its lowest and darkest. Mu Ningxie didn't hit her man's confidence. He just nodded firmly and said, "Promise me, you must live a good life." Qin Tian touched her face with a smile, and said, "Of course, I want to make you mother and daughter the most enviable man in the world." This day, Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao both asked for leave. Spend a good day with Qin Tian. 8 o'clock the next morning. In the reluctance of Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao crying pear blossoms with rain, Qin Tian disappeared directly in front of their mother and daughter. "Mom, will there be no father after I was young?" Qin Xiaoxiao, who was only 3 years old, watched Qin Tian disappear, crying out of breath. How could be? Mu Ningxie hugged her daughter tightly, tears welling up in her eyes. "Dad worked hard in World of Warships to treat our diseases and make money. It won't be long before Xiaoxiao's hair will grow back, and Xiaoxiao will be able to eat the egg pancakes she wants every day. Quote. But, I want Dad. Little boy, we can also watch Dad from the time-space live broadcast. As Mu Ningxie said, her thoughts moved. In front of her and Qin Xiaoxiao, a large virtual screen of more than 1 meter appeared. In the default Yanlong Empire region, Mu Ningxie directly chose the newcomer. Then scrolled down one by one. Finally, after pulling down an unknown number of lines. Finally, he saw Qin Tian's thick-haired handsome head. Mom, it's Dad. It's Dad. Qin Xiaoxiao also saw Qin Tian's profile picture, and shouted happily. Mu Ningxie nodded with a smile. Then with a thought, he entered the live broadcast room. At this time, there were already more than 30 people watching in Qin Tian's live broadcast room. In the chat channel, 1 or 2 sparse bullet screens pop up from time to time. This rookie anchor is quite handsome. With such thick hair, he must be a son of some big family. I don't know, but this time World of Warships has not lost newcomers. I counted, and our Yanlong Empire alone has almost 5,000 newcomers this time. Hey, what's the use of having too many people? Do we need more people now? What we need now is quality. Indeed, if there are not a few new God-chosen ones who are well approved, our empire will not have many God-chosen ones to use. Sigh, I really don't know why the chosen ones of the Yanlong Empire haven't been able to awaken the third-class talent in the past 2 years, and even Asan from the Shindu Empire next door has risen up 2 strong S-level talents in the past 2 years. Let's not talk about S-level, it's just that A-level has not been successfully raised in the past 2 years. The grandchildren of the Eurasian Federation are too wicked, and they are targeting our empire to the death. Heaven and earth, I would like to exchange Wang Wei's 40 years of being single for 10 A-level talents from these 5,000 God-chosen. It's small, the structure is small, I would like to trade Ma Mingfei's single lifetime for an S-level talent. Mu Ningxie casually glanced at the content of these chats. Then he focused all his eyes on Qin Tian. At this moment Qin Tian is closing his eyes. Lying on a simple raft, drifting aimlessly in the ocean. Question mark. Welcome to World of Warships. Suddenly, a majestic voice sounded. All the rookies, including Qin Tian, opened their eyes at this moment. Just listen to the majestic voice continue to speak. Foreign enemies have invaded, Blue Star is in danger. Question mark. Here, you will start your own evolution path. Question mark. It's a stepping stone for others to lose sight of everyone. It is still a sudden and immortal achievement, and it is on the top of the universe. Question mark. Everything is in your efforts. The Novice Sea territory is only open for 1 month, please strengthen and upgrade yourself as soon as possible during this month. Now, we will start binding your relatives, please meditate on the appearance and name of the person who needs to be bound in your heart, the limit is 3 people. Hear the voice. Qin Tian came back to his senses. Immediately sat up and began to meditate on the appearance and names of Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao. Read the information of Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao, ask if the chosen one confirms the binding. Confirm. The binding is successful, please upgrade your ship as soon as possible, the power of your ship will directly affect the strength of the binding person. It fell with a magnificent voice. In a simple room with 1 bedroom and 1 living room outside. Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao suddenly had a crude raft mark on their foreheads. This is the source of power for the favored ones. This raft mark will increase as Qin Tian upgrades the ship's level. The moment when the imprint appears, Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao felt a sudden warm current in their bodies. After this warm current swims through the whole body, the unspeakably painful pain that had been tormenting the 2 of them was relieved a little at this moment. The talent of God's chosen is awakening now, may I ask whether it is awakening or not? Awaken. Qin Tian took a deep breath and nodded. It's about to start, I'm so nervous, I hope the anchor can awaken a high-level talent. Indeed, watching the anchor awaken, I feel more nervous than my own awakening talent. Don't get your hopes up too much, my wife and son were watching the awakening of other God's chosen ones, and it turned out that all of them were F rank. Oh, me too, My 7 aunts and 8 aunts came to our house for dinner today, and they are all watching the live broadcast at the moment. As a result, there are more than a dozen God chosen, and only one God chosen has awakened the E-level talent to fight, and the rest are it's an F grade. Trough, is this wave of my Yanlong Empire going to be cold again? ... In the live broadcast room, the 30 and 40 people all felt chilled. When Ningxie kept praying secretly. In the World of Warships. A white beam of light suddenly descended from the blue sky. The beam of light is connected to the top of Qin Tian's head. Tiānxià consistently. This made him clenched his fists involuntarily. In his last life, he awakened the D-level talent aiming. It can increase the hit rate by 20%. I don't know if I can make progress again in this life. Boom. At this time, the beam of light above Qin Tian's head suddenly began to surge and change color. In the end, it directly turned into a bright golden color. The magnificent voice of Lan Xing's will also sounded. Congratulations to God's chosen Qin Tian for awakening the only S-level talent must be hit. Oh my God. This moment, there was an instant explosion in Qin Tian's live broadcast room. The more than 30 people who had not had much hope for Qin Tian just now all opened their eyes wide in astonishment. Excited to start yelling, Niu Bao, S class. It's actually S rank. Diao, is my Yanlong Empire finally going to break the curse and rise again? The only S-level talent must hit. I can already imagine how miserable the Anchor's enemy will end up in a naval battle with the Anchor in the future. Question mark. Ha ha ha. This is so cool, sending the other party away with one shot is called kindness. Already followed, I won't watch other anchors in the future, just watch Qin Tian's. Not to mention the audience in the live broadcast room. Even Ningxie hugged her daughter excitedly. That's great, it's actually the only talent at S class. Xiao, maybe we can really enter the World of Warships and live with Dad in the future. Ningxie was helpless and at a loss from the beginning. After Qin Tian awakened this S-level talent, he couldn't help feeling a little more hopeful. Chapter 3 SSS-level talent, shocking the world. And in World of Warships. Hear the broadcast of Blue Star's will. Qin Tian also waved his fist involuntarily. The only talent at S-level must hit. It is actually 4 levels higher than the D-level aiming in the previous life. This was really beyond his expectation. Haven't you already awakened? Why hasn't the beam of light above your head disappeared? Just when Qin Tian unconsciously raised his head and wanted to sigh. As a result, when he looked up, he found that the beam of light connected to his Tianling cap was still there. Not only in, and it fluctuated more and more violently. This made Qin Tian stand up involuntarily. Question mark. What's happening here? Why is the awakening light pillar still there? Is it still awakening? Double awakening? Question mark. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, if it's double awakening, wouldn't the Anchor be going to heaven? Just when everyone was discussing in the live broadcast room, the beam of light above Qin Tian's head suddenly expanded greatly. Then the golden beam of light turned into a colorful beam of colorful light. Immediately afterwards, the majestic voice of Blue Star's will sounded again. Congratulations to God's chosen Qin Tian for awakening the only SSS-level talent of divine detection. In an instant, the chat channel that was lively just now became dead silent in an instant. Then 5 or 6 seconds passed. The chat channel in the live broadcast room, which had already risen to more than 50 people, suddenly began to burst into bullet screens. FK, really dual talents. And it's still at the SSS level. I kneel down. My mother asked me why I watched the live broadcast on my knees, and I said that there are gods in our empire. This is too great, the only talent at SSS level, and the only talent at S level, this is indeed the rhythm of becoming a god. Question mark. DK. Even if my Yanlong Empire is a land of punishment, so what if it is a land of curse? With my god of Qin's talent, once I grow up, won't I be better than hundreds of A-level gods chosen? Anchor Niubi, I want to give birth to a monkey for the Anchor. Gunku upstairs, God Qin is mine. I really envy those who are favored by God Qin, and I don't know who is so lucky to be bound by God Qin. ... With the awakening of these two heaven-defying talents, Qin Tian. The people in the live broadcast room were immediately excited. Call friends. Soon the number of people watching in the live broadcast room rose to more than 1,000 people. Seeing these are all words of envy and praise. Mu Ningxie was also honored for a while. She didn't expect her man's luck to be so against the sky. Directly double top talents. This is second to none even among the first few generations of God's chosen. And at this moment, in World of Warships, Qin Tian was also a little startled when he heard the announcement of the will of the planet. Originally, he was very satisfied because of the only S-level talent, must hit. He never expected to awaken the only SSS-level talent, detective technique. He felt like he was hugging the long legs of the goddess of luck. Uki flew straight into the sky. There are these two higher talents. He didn't upgrade the Raft to the ship class during the 1-month rookie period. He felt sorry for his time travel and rebirth. The ship evolution levels of World of Warships from low to high are rafts, fishing boats, ships, frigates, destroyers, cruisers, battleships and powerful aircraft carriers. Each warship is divided into 3 types: small, medium and large. He remembers his last life. In the middle of June next year, a newcomer to the Beacon Empire, the god of choice, upgraded his raft to a gunboat because of his luck during the novice period. Then the only hidden mission in the novice sea territory was triggered. Obtained an orange quality twin-mounted naval gun. It is relying on this formidable orange weapon. The newcomer of the Lighthouse Empire, the Chosen One, conquered an island in the 2nd year after he left. Then the latecomers catch up and develop and grow. Soon became the overlord of the World of Warships. He even remembered that someone in the World Chat channel said that the God's Blessed One who was bound by the other party bombed 3 alien spaceships in the outside world. Qin Tian felt that with his talent, this achievement can be cut off in advance. After all, let your wife and daughter have this powerful power. Isn't it thousands of times better than letting those foreign devils in the Lighthouse Empire own it? Do whatever comes to mind. He didn't care about the dissipation of the colorful beam of light above his head. With a thought, Qin Tian opened his attribute panel. He needs to figure out the specific abilities of his 2 talents first. Question mark. Captain, Qin Tian. Ship, Raft, small. Talent, must hit only at S level, to perform 3 combos on the enemy. The hit rate of the first attack is 100%, the hit rate of the second attack is 80%, the hit rate of the third attack is 60%, the skill cooldown time is 3 seconds. Talent, Divine Detective Technique, only at SSS level, can detect the detailed information of all things within 30 nautical miles around. Ship skill, none. Ship equipment, none. Item, simple fishing net. When you read your own properties panel, Qin Tian can only use these 7 words to describe his mood: crazy, cool, and bombarding the sky. If I don't rise up in this life, that is simply unreasonable. Calm down. Qin Tian stood on the raft and looked around. Glittering on the vast expanse of sea, only his raft was floating alone. The most urgent task now is to search for supplies as soon as possible. The climate of World of Warships is treacherous and changeable. Don't look at it as sunny and sunny now. Maybe it will be overcast and rainstorm will come in the afternoon. And these are just normal. In memory, there will be a rainstorm in 3 days. Then after a week of stabilization period, there will be 3 climate challenge stages of high heat, polar night and cold successively in the novice sea area. Each stage lasts for 1 week. In his last life, he almost didn't survive the challenge of the cold stage. The bone-piercing wetness is the nightmare of all those who have not built a boat canopy and a stove. If he hadn't fished out a treasure chest at a critical moment, he opened the furnace blueprint from it. It is estimated that he could not escape the bad luck of being frozen to death. So Qin Tian didn't dare to waste time. Pick up the crude oars on the raft. I found a random direction and started paddling. Side row. He opened the chat panel of World of Warships. Anyway, idle is idle. Let's take a look at the situation of the other newly chosen gods chosen. WTF, I came in with my friend. My friend awakened A-level talents, but I awakened B-level talents. It's really fake. Boss, the B-level talent is very strong. Well, I am pitiful, the awakened is the most trashy F-level talent. Brothers, is there a shark next to your raft? I started with 2 sharks on my side. God, they circled me. Yuxi, I never thought that I, Shinji Nakata, would become the god's chosen one. Let me, Shinji Nakata, reproduce the dream of the Sakura Empire's sea power. Question mark. Damn it, I salvaged a big wooden barrel just now, and it actually contained 10 bottles of drinking water and 10 pieces of bread. Question mark. Ahahaha, beautiful, I picked up a bronze treasure chest, and inside it is a green quality ship crossbow. Damn, awakening A-level talent again, and opening a bronze treasure chest. Is it possible that the Lighthouse Empire will raise several super captains again this time? TMD, Jill, who is envious of my luck, turned purple. Question mark. Lewis at, boss, can you lend me the crossbow first? I killed the 2 sharks around me, and I will share one with you then. Murphy at Lewis, Sao Rui. I don't trust you, so you'd better figure it out yourself. ... Watch these chat conversations with real avatars. Qin Tian silently chose to close. Chapter 4 Correct Use of SSS-level Talents. It turns out, there are still many lucky candidates. The bronze treasure chest was salvaged at the beginning. If he were to run into the Lighthouse Empire God's chosen equipped with a ship crossbow now, even if his awakened talent is against the sky, there is a high probability that it is impossible to escape the end of defeat and death. So, I still have to lick the bag quickly. Think here. The frequency of Qin Tian's paddling increased a bit. It's just been 4 or 5 nautical miles. Except for the sparkling seawater around. Still nothing else. This made Qin Tian's heart go cold. Could it be that his European energy awakening talent has been used up? Or is it that there are no material boxes in the sea area around him? It's not impossible. World of Warships is too vast. Sometimes it is normal to have no supplies within a radius of more than 10 nautical miles. It's just that this situation is not troublesome for ships and warships that use propellers for propulsion. But for newcomers who can only use wooden oars for rowing at this stage, it's a little deadly. Hey, that's right. How could I have forgotten my best golden finger talent? Supernatural detective technique, isn't it the magical skill that comes in handy at this time? Qin Tian slapped his forehead and thought. Supernatural detective technique can detect the detailed information of all things within 30 nautical miles around. Then the information of the material box should also be in it. Do whatever comes to mind. Qin Tian stood up straight and immediately activated his SSS-level talent skill, detective technique. Then before his eyes, a translucent virtual flat map emerges. In the middle is his own avatar icon, surrounded by 3 green barrel icons and 2 red shark icons. The map is simple and straightforward. It can be said to be clear at a glance. Qin Tian adjusted his direction. Swipe directly towards the barrel icon closest to him. The sky is blue, as clear as a blue. The raft sailed on the shimmering sea. Make slight waves. How much Qin Tian at this moment misses the frigate he evolved in his previous life. At least it doesn't need to be artificially driven by him, the captain. Basked in the sun so big overhead. He was already sweating profusely by now. Another row of about 5 or 6 nautical miles. Just when Qin Tian was out of breath, he finally saw the brown wooden barrel floating obliquely on the sea level in the distance. I'm going, I finally saw the supplies. Question mark. It's not easy. I thought God Qin, would not gain anything this morning. I hope there will be something to eat and drink inside. At noon, World of Warships is extremely hot. Without water and food to replenish physical strength, it is easy for people to decline. Indeed, the resources in the early days of World of Warships are really too scarce, and the climate is also unpredictable. It is necessary to make a rainproof wooden shed as soon as possible or use the boat canopy blueprint to make a regular boat canopy. ... See the barrel. The viewers in the live broadcast room were even more excited than Qin Tian. Mu Ningxie even folded her hands on her chest, praying very devoutly that Qin Tian could provide useful supplies. On the sea, after Qin Tian saw the floating wooden barrel, there is also a sudden surge of strength in the body. The wooden paddle flew up to the material barrel. Set the wood pulp aside. He picked up the crude fishing net. After a little tidying up, it was directly covered towards the wooden barrel. Then, with 3 times, 5 times and 2 divisions, it was uploaded to the skillful internet. I found a common material wooden barrel, please open it. Open. Qin Tian chose to agree without hesitation. Congratulations to the captain for getting 10 bottles of drinking water, 10 pieces of bread, and low-quality wood +1. With the announcement of Blue Star's will, it ended. The brown wooden barrel disappeared. All that was left was 10 bottles of mineral water, 10 bags of ordinary buns, and a rectangular plank with holes in it on the raft. Food and water. Very common harvest. But saving a little bit can save him from starving for 4 or 5 days. No time wasted. After unscrewing a bottle of water and drinking most of it in one go, Qin Tian picked up the wood pulp again. Continue to draw in the direction of another barrel. This is because there is a shark icon in the middle. He also deliberately adjusted the direction and drew a semicircle to avoid the shark. After putting the second barrel on the net, Qin Tian took out 10 ordinary flax and 10 potatoes from it. And a piece of poor quality wood. This harvest made Qin Tian quite satisfied. Linen is one of the main materials for building upgrades. Potatoes are also delicious when baked. The most important thing is that if he can grow a living, then he has a continuous source of food. But right now he has no soil in his hands. We can only see if we can find it in the next few days. At this time, the time has come to noon. The clear sun in the sky is getting hotter. The vicious ultraviolet rays just shone on Qin Tian's body without any shielding. It made him feel as if he was in a big furnace. In this situation, Qin Tian didn't dare to do strenuous activities anymore. Unscrew the cap and drink the remaining half bottle of water. After carefully putting away the empty bottle, he lay on his back on the raft. Open the chat channel and watch it. It's so hot. Any big guy, please give me a bottle of water. Are you lazy upstairs? After watching the Space-Time live broadcast for so long, don't you know that in World of Warships, all materials are exchanged at the same price, or even at a high price? Brothers, someone help me. Those 2 sharks have already started attacking my raft. I feel like I'm going to get really cold soon. Go upstairs with peace of mind. Although your luck is a bit out of luck, it is also normal in World of Warships. How can there be an undead chooser in the novice period? 1/3 of deaths are the norm. Oh, I'm really speechless. I opened 2 wooden barrels, but they were all materials. There was no water or food. I feel like I'm dying of thirst now. See here. Qin Tian silently unscrewed a bottle of water. He raised his head and filled another half bottle with a sudden pause. Comfortable. It seems that we have to search for a few more wooden barrels in the afternoon. In the early days, food and water were hard sells. If I use my divine detective technique well, it can allow you to establish a considerable advantage in the early stage. After planning the next course of action, Qin Tian immediately cast his eyes on the raft under him with great playfulness. I don't know that it is under the detection of divine detective technique. Will my raft have different attribute changes? Think here. He used divine detective technique on his own raft. Name: ordinary raft, small. Health volume: 100. Attack: 0. Defense: 15. Ordinary advancement: low quality wood 20, low quality flax 20, low quality nails 20. Can be advanced to ordinary rafts medium-sized. High-quality goods advanced. Ordinary wood 12, ordinary linen 9, ordinary nails 15, can be advanced into high-quality rafts medium-sized. Advanced advancement. High-quality wood 10, high-quality linen 8, high-quality nails 12, can be advanced to the best raft medium-sized. Chapter 5 Discover the treasure chest. When you see boutique advanced and advanced. A trace of bewilderment flashed across Qin Tian's face. I haven't heard of these two advanced concepts in World of Warships. In order to confirm my conjecture, he opened the properties panel of the Raft in the normal way. Sure enough, the previous ones are the same. Only there is no subsequent boutique and advanced routes. Obviously, the only talent at the SSS level, divine detective technique, opened up 2 additional routes for him to advance to higher quality ships. This discovery made Qin Tian's heart suddenly overwhelmed with excitement. World of Warships, World of Warships. Battleships are the mainstream theme in this world. It is the root of the chosen one. If I am a lot stronger than others every time the battleship is advanced. Over time, the success rate of one's own rise will increase by 10 or even dozens of times. For a moment, the excited Qin Tian couldn't care less about the bright sun above his head. Turn over and sit up. Pick up the paddle and start paddling. In the studio, many people from the Yanlong Empire who saw this scene were immediately moved. The anchor really worked too hard. Fortunately, it's already past 3 o'clock, and the sun is not the hottest. Indeed, I just took a look at it, and many gods chosen fell asleep on the raft. Normally, most of the gods chosen are like this when they haven't built sunshade items. After all, World of Warships is not a virtual game. In case of heatstroke or illness, the consequences will be disastrous. Question mark. Qin Tian is really working too hard. He should rest when he should. Many people in the live broadcast room felt distressed for Qin Tian's hard work. According to the display of the map, Qin Tian rode all the way for about an hour. Finally, he saw the shadow of the 3rd material barrel. And as the raft continued to approach, on the very edge of the map, a green treasure chest icon slowly appeared. Treasure chest. When you see this treasure chest icon, an overjoyed look immediately appeared on Qin Tian's face. Although the distance is a bit far, but it can't hold back that the treasure chest has more abundant materials. The quality is higher. Shaving the head and grinding the ball is right. Qin Tian was thinking about the treasure chest in his heart, while rowing the raft to the side of the material barrel. A net caught it up. I found a common material wooden barrel, please open it. Open. Congratulations to the captain for getting 10 stones, 10 pieces of rags, and low-quality wood +1. Although not the desired food and water. But rags are the main material for synthetic rope. The rope is also an important material with a wide range of uses in the early days. So it's not disappointing either. Use 10 stones larger than your own head to form a circle in the middle of the raft. Then put all the materials that came out and put them inside for protection. Qin Tian continued rowing. Go towards the location of the bronze treasure chest. Supernatural detective technique, the detectable range is 30 nautical miles. And the bronze treasure chest just appeared from the edge of the map. Converted into kilometers, the distance in the middle is almost 55 kilometers or a little more. Although the novice sea area of World of Warships is also very vast. But Qin Tian still had a hard time guaranteeing that no other god chosen would discover this treasure chest and take it away. So he didn't dare to delay at all. It was almost like rowing the oars non-stop. Even when approaching the destination, they encountered a material point with dozens of boards floating. He didn't even stop to fish. The value of a treasure chest. But it is much higher than these inferior woods. Holding paddles with both hands, paddling abruptly from the afternoon to the rising of the bright moon. Finally, it was before the other chosen ones found this bronze treasure chest. By the moonlight, I saw the square treasure box emitting a faint green fluorescence from a distance. Just look at the bronze treasure chest. Qin Tian was both worried and pleasantly surprised. What's sad is that there is a huge black dorsal fin hovering next to the treasure chest. Obviously, this treasure chest is guarded by a shark. And pleasantly surprised, this kind of treasure chest is guarded by sea beasts. The things inside are often higher level and richer than normal treasure chests of the same level. In the studio, everyone who saw this scene couldn't help talking. Wow, it's actually a treasure chest. God Qin is about to flourish. Fat Jill, don't you see a shark swimming next to the treasure chest? Of course I saw it, but only this kind of treasure chest guarded by sea beasts can open good things. But the problem is, the size of this shark is not small. It is estimated to be at least 6 or 7 meters, so how can Qin Tian get the bronze treasure chest? Even Mu Ningxie couldn't hold back and sent a barrage. She was worried and anxious again. I'm afraid that my man's head will get hot. Row up directly on the raft to snatch the bronze treasure chest. Even though she is busy with work, she rarely watches live broadcasts. I also know that this kind of sea beast guarding the treasure chest is often more advanced and fierce than ordinary sea beasts. At this moment, Qin Tian looked at the shark's dorsal fin constantly swimming around. With a move of his mind, he cast divine detective technique towards the opponent. Question mark. Name: Great White Shark. Question mark. Health volume: 300. Look at the 300 HP. Qin Tian couldn't help but fixate his eyes. Good guy, 300 blood bars. This guy is an elite monster. After weighing the pros and cons, Qin Tian still gave up the idea of rushing to snatch the treasure chest. Not to mention whether it will be dragged into the water by the shark and eaten in one bite. In case there is no weapon in the treasure chest, then he is next. There is a high probability that they can only wait to die. So play it safe. Qin Tian decided to make some weapons first. He had a thought. Summoned the crafting panel given to the chosen by World of Warships. His eyes glanced at the high-end items such as water purifiers, distillers, and barbecue grills that were dimmed due to the lack of blueprints. He set his eyes directly on the most basic tools and weapons that were lit, such as ropes, nails, low-quality wooden spears and hammers. Among them, the low-quality wooden spears received his most attention. He has the talent of must-hit, best suited for these assault weapons that can be thrown from a distance. Item: inferior wooden spear. Question mark. Attack: 2. Durability: 100. Crafting requirements: inferior wood 1. Immediately afterwards, Qin Tian used divine detective technique to check. Item: inferior wooden spear. Question mark. Attack: 2. Crafting requirements: inferior wood 1. Ordinary advancement: inferior wood 2, can be advanced into a javelin. Quality advancement: ordinary wood 2, stone 1, can be advanced into a stone spear. Advanced advancement: high quality wood 1, metal 1, can be advanced to spear. Chapter 6. Everything is ready to hunt. Look at these 3 evolutionary scenarios. After Qin Tian thought about it, straight oars turned the raft around. The piece of material floating with wooden boards that I saw when I came and went rushed to it. Question mark. What? Why did God Qin turn around and leave? Is the treasure chest gone? Nonsense, I don't have any weapons in my hand, how can I use them? Do you want to beat that big shark with your fist? Do you still remember the piece of poor quality wood supplies that the anchor saw when he came? At that time, I wondered why the anchor didn't go to salvage it. Now it seems that the anchor should have known that there is a treasure chest here, and was in a hurry at that time. I'll go, can't I? How did God Qin know that there was a treasure chest here? Have you forgotten the only SSS-level talent that the anchor has awakened? Although the anchor did not release the details panel for us to see, but now it seems that the talent skill can explore the details of the surrounding materials in all likelihood. My God, I didn't realize it until you said that. I was happy during the day that God Qin had good luck, and he actually salvaged 3 material wooden barrels. Now it seems that this is not good luck. It is clear that God Qin knew the material wooden barrels a long time ago where I knock, then this is too top. Doesn't it mean that God Qin doesn't have to worry about lack of resources in the future? Don't look at Qin Tian running around on the raft now, it's very hard. But take the long view. When Qin Tian upgrades the raft into a ship that can be propelled by propellers, the speed of collecting materials is absolutely so fast that I dare not even think about it. How about other God-chosen ones can only encounter treasure chests aimlessly on the sea and relying on luck? But Qin Tian was able to see exactly where the treasure chest was as if he had opened a god's perspective. This difference is simply the difference between 0 Krypton players and several 648 players. And Mu Ningxie was also shocked after seeing the chat content in the chat channel. Doesn't that mean Qin Tian will soon be able to upgrade the Raft? Then wouldn't her and her daughter's illnesses be relieved or even cured soon? At this moment, Mu Ningxie looked at her daughter who had fallen asleep in her arms because of the relief of the illness. It just felt like life suddenly became brighter. World of Warships. Qin Tian paddled the raft and soon came to the resource point he had seen before. I saw dozens of boards floating on the sea, large and small, of different lengths. Undulating with the waves of the sea, Qin Tian rowed the raft directly. Grab a piece of wood with your hands and pick it up. Congratulations to the captain for getting low-quality wood +1. Hear the broadcast of Blue Star's will. Qin Tian didn't hesitate any longer. Paddle the raft and collect all the planks one by one. A total of 42 low-quality planks. This amount can be regarded as a sudden wealth on the first day of entering World of Warships. For many people, the material on the raft is still in the single digits. Qin Tian opened his inventory to check the supplies. Drinking water, 8 bottles. Empty bottles, 2. Bread, 7. Bad wood, 45 pieces. Common flax, 10 servings. Potatoes, 10. Stone, 10 pieces. Rags, 10 pieces. Looking at the abundant supplies, I don't know how many times more than the first day of the previous life. The corner of Qin Tian's mouth slightly raised a happy arc. Then combine it with your current situation. He first opened the crafting panel. After combining 8 pieces of low-quality wood into 4 pieces of normal wood in the synthesis panel, he used the 4 pieces of ordinary wood plus 2 stones in the production panel to make 2 stone spears. Immediately afterwards, he used the remaining 38 pieces of inferior wood to make 19 javelins. When Qin Tian extracted these weapons, one by one placed on the raft, the live broadcast room exploded in an instant. I'm going, what's the situation? God Qin, is this a wooden spear? But why do I feel that these wooden spears are a little different? Get rid of the feeling upstairs, didn't you see that the heads of 2 of the guns are made of stone? Also, why do I feel like a javelin in that row of neatly arranged spears? I knock, can the rookie chosen make stone spears and javelins? How come I don't recall any newbies being able to craft these weapons? You are stupid, can other gods chosen compare with Qin Shen? When you are an SSS level, the only talent for detective skills is decoration. Question mark. Idiot. So what kind of ability is this divine detection technique? The map has been opened, is it possible to strengthen and upgrade something? Hee, you crooked devils, just admit it. In short, everything can be a detective. The only talent you have when you are an SSS is a joke. ... Qin Tian, who had no idea that he had stunned the audience in the live broadcast room. After placing all the weapons, he picked up a javelin casually and checked the attributes. Item, javelin. Attack, 8. Durability, 200. Crafting requirements, inferior wood 2. After seeing clearly the attributes of the javelin in his hand, Qin Tian's eyes lit up slightly. It actually has 6 more attack damage than the wooden spear. Although the production cost an extra piece of inferior wood. But the damage was totally worth it. I have a total of 19 javelins. Throwing all of them can knock out about half of the great white shark's blood. The remaining half. Qin Tian looked at the more advanced stone spears on the raft. Item, stone spear, question mark. Attack, 22. Durability, 300. Crafting requirements, common wood 2, stone 1. Looking at the attack power of 22 points, it is 4 or 5 meters long. A flash of determination flashed in Qin Tian's eyes. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 7, A Lot of Harvest, the treasure box is in hand. Although there is a high probability that the current self will not be able to withstand the attack of great white shark. But just be careful with yourself. In a few seconds, you can stab the opponent 6 to 7 times with a stone spear. That victory is yours. Think like this. Qin Tian swung his oars and rowed towards the bronze treasure chest again. Wealth and wealth are sought in insurance. It's not like they haven't dealt with this kind of shark and sea beast in the last life. It must be fine. I kept hypnotizing myself to cheer myself up. Soon, Qin Tian paddled the raft to a few tens of meters away from the bronze treasure chest. He gripped a javelin in his right hand. Hold the remaining 18 in your arms with your left hand. After taking a rough look at the location of the great white shark, the talent skill must hit was activated directly. Whoosh whoosh. The 3 javelins successively drew a beautiful arc in midair. Then luckily all of them hit. It can be seen that 3-8 damages floated above the head of the big shark. Certainly, only Qin Tian can see this value. The javelin pierced the opponent's huge body. The sea area suddenly turned scarlet. And with Qin Tian's attack, then great white shark also entered the fighting state. A 276 3/100 scarlet blood bar appeared above his head. To be attacked so suddenly, the great white shark swung its powerful tail. The speed then swam towards Qin Tian quickly. Qin Tian, who had been prepared for a long time, did not change his face. The 3-second skill cooldown expires. Immediately, 3 more javelins were thrown out. When the great white shark that was almost tied into a hedgehog came to Qin Tian covered in blood. When he bit the plank in the upper right corner of the raft with a frenzied bite. There are still 6 javelins in Qin Tian's hand. And 2 of the projected ones did not deal damage because of the 60% hit rate. Look at the remaining 212 HP. Qin Tian couldn't help feeling helpless. This is why the plan cannot keep up with the changes. He had thought of throwing all his javelins before the shark got close. Who would have thought that he overestimated the quality of his current body? But it's too late to say anything now. For my wife and children. He will never allow himself to die here. Whoosh whoosh. There is no need to use any talent skills at close range. Straightforwardly, he threw the last 6 javelins in his face on the jaw's forehead. After playing 48 points of damage, he quickly picked up a stone spear on the raft. While the opponent was crazily tearing at the board, he subconsciously stabbed it deeply into the eyes of this great white shark. Immediately, blood sprayed. A high damage of -38 floated up from above his head. Qin Tian was stunned for a moment. Immediately reacted. This is an attack on the vital point. In the last life, I used ship crossbows to fight ship guns for a long time. He actually forgot about the extra damage that can be dealt by attacking the vital points of sea beasts. Just when Qin Tian wanted to make another 2 cuts, there was only a crisp sound of click. But the 1-meter square plank in the upper right corner of the raft was crushed abruptly. Seeing that the great white shark that was almost tied into a hedgehog dived into the sea and swam for a half arc. With a flick of its tail, it rushed to the front of the raft and bit another piece of wood behind it. Qin Tian grabbed the stone spear in his hand and charged forward. There are only 9 planks in the raft. A piece has just been bitten into pieces. If this is broken into 2 or 3 pieces, then he will have a lot of fun. After a fierce battle with guns like dragons and sacrifices of life and death, Qin Tian was finally before the 3rd board broke. Throwing the stone spear in his hand ended the great white shark in the sea. The body of the great white shark was found. Do you want to collect it? At this time, the reminder of the will of the planet suddenly sounded in Qin Tian's ears. Qin Tian chose collect without saying a word. He wanted to see if this great white shark was an elite monster. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 130 units of premium shark meat. Question mark. Boutique great white shark teeth 60 PCs. Watch as a pile of meat slices and a small pile of shark teeth suddenly appear on the raft. Qin Tian raised the corner of his mouth in satisfaction. It really is an elite monster. You must know that meat with the word exquisite is often a good food that can be eaten directly. Even if you eat it raw, you don't have to worry about infections such as parasites and bacteria. Moreover, elite shark meat does not have the smell of urine like ordinary shark meat. As for the teeth of these great white sharks, don't look at the seemingly useless now. but after a while when making some advanced ship equipment. But it is an indispensable material. Qin Tian happily picked up the oar and rowed the raft to the bronze treasure chest. After it was salvaged with a net. Immediately, he rowed the raft and quickly left this place of right and wrong. The previous great white shark was almost turned into a hedgehog by his javelin. I don't know how far the bloody smell on my body has spread. In case a few more bloodthirsty sharks are attracted. Then he wouldn't have to struggle. Play GG directly and wait for death. And in the live broadcast room, thousands of Yanlong people who watched were also so excited by Qin Tian's thrilling performance that they didn't dare to breathe. Until Qin Tian fished out the treasure chest. They cheered excitedly. 666. This wave of operation is absolutely perfect. I hunted and killed a great white shark on the first day after entering. Even the first few generations of God's chosen didn't have such a record. I can only say that the sky will not perish for my Yanlong Empire. I only hope that with the beginning of God Qin, the curse can be broken, so that the subsequent gods of our Yanlong Empire can awaken powerful talents. Qin Shen's wave is definitely going to take off, not to mention the rich supplies in the bronze treasure chest. Just the 130 units of high-quality shark meat can be exchanged for a lot of urgently needed items at this early stage. That's also what the anchor bought with his life. It has to be put on the body of an ordinary captain. Either he turns his head and leaves, or he runs up to die. I don't know what good things Qin Shen will open from the treasure chest. I hope it's a weapon. The high-attack ship crossbow paired with Qin Shen's 3-shot, it's simply a magic skill. Chapter 8. Putting on sale high-quality shark meat. After Qin Tian rowed the raft for 5 or 6 nautical miles. Only then did it stop. With scorching eyes, he looked at the treasure chest next to him, which was glowing with a faint blue light. As he started to uncover the lid of the treasure chest, the voice of the planets will began to ring out one after another. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining a green quality ordinary ship crossbow ×1. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining the ordinary water purifier blueprint ×1. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 20 ordinary metal pieces. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 20 ordinary rags. With the disappearance of the bronze treasure chest, immediately, a bronze-colored bed crossbow similar to an ancient siege crossbow and 2 small piles of supplies appeared on the raft. There is a blueprint under one of the piles of supplies. What is a wave of fat? This is. Even the green quality ship crossbow is out of the 1-month novice sea area. In the early stage, it was extremely precious equipment. Not to mention the drawings of water purifiers that are still in demand after 3 years. This is definitely the most important strategic resource in World of Warships. Looking at the broken raft with only 7 planks left, Qin Tian decided to upgrade the raft first. Otherwise, we will encounter sea beasts like great white shark at night. Kacha gave his raft a few more pieces. Then he has no place to cry. There are several painful lessons from the previous life. He knows how important it is to be prepared for danger in this world of warships and prevent problems before they happen. Put away that precious blueprint. Qin Tian first opened the chat interface. I want to see how the food market is doing now. As soon as the result is opened, I saw the wailing above. I haven't eaten for a day, and I'm about to die of starvation. Any big guy, please give me a piece of bread. I'm willing to give him a cow or a horse. I have food but no water. Can I exchange 2 bottles of water for 1 piece of bread? Upstairs, you are probably thinking about farts. A person who does not eat for a week may not starve to death, but in this environment exposed to the sun during the day, if he does not drink water for 3 days, he will definitely die of thirst. Hey, everyone has watched the Time-Space live broadcast for 2 years. Who are you fooling around here? In a word, can you exchange a bottle of water for 2 breads? Change, big brother, hurry up and trade, I'm dying of thirst. Certainly, it's not that everyone's face is black and there is no gain. In the Great Cold Empire, a stick named Shumingji salvaged a gold-level material treasure box. Envious of the countless god chosen in the chat channel, There are also some people who have issued precious drawings. The value is also good. Qin Tian looked at it for a while. I have a general idea of the current market price of materials in my heart. Then say nothing. He opened the trading market of World of Warships. Take out 10 units of high-quality shark meat and put it on the market at a price 10% higher than the market price. Don't look at the space-time live broadcast that everyone has watched for several years. But enter the World of Warships. Materials that should be scarce in the early days are still scarce. Especially meat, a food that is resistant to hunger. It is easier to be sought after. 10 units of high-quality shark meat. Each unit can be exchanged for 30 units of low-quality wood. With the sale of shark meat, it didn't take long for someone in the chat channel to notice this. Oh, those who buy karma. Someone has listed high-quality shark meat in the trading market. Question mark. What? Washing kelp. How did this guy kill the elite monster Jaws? WTF. How is it possible? That is an elite sea beast guarding the treasure chest. Even if I have a bed crossbow, I have to avoid it at this stage. I want to buy it, but there are not enough resources. Ordinary shark meat tastes terrible, but this high-quality shark meat seems to taste pretty good. I checked. The owner of the sale is Qin Tian. This name seems to be the name of Yanlong Empire, right? I knock. Our Yanlong actually produced such a fierce man. Question mark. Boss Qin Tian, for the sake of fellow Yanlong compatriots, please help me drink a bottle of water. Me too, Mr. Qin Tian. My awakened talent is AC-level talent. I will definitely repay you when I develop in the future. Yordle at Qin Tian. Yanlong people, is there a bed crossbow in the treasure chest you opened? I can trade with you for materials. ... For these boring words and private messages. Qin Tian was too lazy to bother. Instead, all attention is focused on the interface of the trading market. Initially, food and drinking water were scarce. He believes that there are tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of gods chosen. There are always 10 people who are willing to exchange poor quality wood for life-saving food at this critical moment. And it is true. It's just 7 or 8 breaths. The 10 units of high-quality shark meat he hung up were sold out. In the World Chat channel, countless rookies and the chosen ones were all going crazy. Question mark. What the hell? Why is there no peace? I just hesitated for a second, and you all snatched it up. Oh, shit. The high-quality shark meat that can be eaten raw is my favorite, and you guys are too quick. God Amaterasu, how did this person from the Yanlong Empire manage to defeat the elite monsters against the strong on the first day? The elite monsters in the novice sea area need medium and large rafts to be able to resist, at least. Oh, what? Sakura, who is living a good life, has an opinion. In this wave, my Yanlong Empire is destined to rise. Hee, don't be ridiculous. It took only 2 years to have such a capable captain. You Yanlong Empire thought you could turn around. Question mark. That's right, our Lighthouse Empire is destined to be Blue Star's savior and the unique overlord of this world. No matter how hard you Yanlong Empire works, you can't change this fact. Question mark. HMPH, it's just a Yanlong clown with a little luck, maybe he's finished before he even reaches the novice stage. Question mark. Ha ha ha, that's true. ... Chapter 9. At the beginning of the grand plan, hoard it. There was a lot of ridicule in the World Chat channel. And much the same is true of the outside world. In the chat channel of the Time-Space Live Room, the number of viewers who originally only had more than 1,000 people also began to climb rapidly. It quickly reached 50,000 to 60,000 people. And it keeps going up. Question mark. Is this the Qin Tian from the Yanlong Empire? How did the raft break like this? Question mark. Oh, who the hell? This Yanlong man actually has so many high-quality shark meat. Can anyone tell me how did Qin Tian kill the elite shark? Also, did the stone spear with a stone tip in his hand come from opening a treasure chest? ... Looking at these avatars, it is obvious that the chat speeches of Gentiles. The audience of Yanlong Kingdom in the live broadcast room couldn't bear it any longer. Love to look at it, don't look at it. That is, the time for today's live broadcast is coming soon, don't disturb my mood. The spirit of helping each other. You Sakura devils are too embarrassed to mention this to us. HMPH, a group of goddamn foreign thieves, double standard dogs. Also help each other. Help Nima. That's right, don't insult the word mutual help and mutual assistance. If it weren't for your gods chosen to set up a Eurasian Federation to target us and kill thousands of gods chosen in my Yanlong Empire, I would almost believe it. Up. For the chat content of the Space-Time Live broadcast room. Qin Tian naturally has no way of knowing. But after seeing the chat content of World of Warships, there was a cold murderous intent in his eyes. These foreign devils really make people angry. The reason why Yanlong Empire's current situation has become so passive. It is inseparable from these foreign devils. In the past 2 years, only the chosen ones of the Yanlong Empire died at their hands. At least there are thousands of people. Among them are many of the older generation of gods chosen who have awakened S-level and SS-level top talents from previous generations. They have all evolved rafts to the point of destroyers and even cruisers. But after being found the location, it was still impossible to escape the end of being besieged and killed. You must know that these God-chosen people are bound to 2 or 3 God-favored people. Each of them lost one person. The bound God-favored person will lose his extraordinary ability and completely become an ordinary person. Thousands of chosen died. It means that the Yanlong Empire has lost 10,000 or even 20,000 backbone forces that can resist alien creatures. One can imagine what a huge loss this is. And now these foreign dogs actually want to kill him in the Novice Sea territory. This somewhat insulted his natural skills. He wants to see who will kill who by then. It really d him off. Open the map and hunt all over the world. Not to mention total annihilation. But it shouldn't be a problem to reduce the number of the Eurasian Federation's god chosen by 40 to 50%. Okay, not to mention, this thing seems to be really messed up. Ships that defeat other gods chosen can randomly get half of the opponent's supplies as spoils of war. If you want to rise quickly, you can do this when you upgrade to a fishing boat. It's all about earning extra money. Qin Tian's eyes were shining with excitement. Just want to do this step. It is essential to upgrade the raft into a ship. Think here. He immediately turned his attention to the trading market. With a thought, open the mall panel. I can only see it in my 300 pieces of low-quality wood are being stored quietly inside. This made Qin Tian's face involuntarily reveal an excited smile. In his previous life, he was in his 3rd year. Only after upgrading the ship to a frigate did I get so many supplies at once. And this life, this is just the beginning. He has already accomplished what he could only accomplish in the 3rd year of his previous life. Originally, he wanted to advance the raft to a high-quality level. But now with this 300 bad wood, he felt that it would be no problem to challenge the advanced difficulty. After all, it is a treasure that concerns one's own wealth and life. It would be great to be able to advance higher and stronger. So he said nothing. Take out 20 units of high-quality shark meat and put it on the trading market again. 10 units of high-quality shark meat. Each unit can be exchanged for 20 units of low-quality metal. 10 units of high-quality shark meat. Each unit can be exchanged for 30 units of inferior flax. It takes about a few seconds to hang up. Someone discovered it, and it became a hot topic in the chat channel. I'll go, the big brother has put up high-quality shark meat again, but unfortunately I can't afford it. Oh, dog ass, 1 unit can be exchanged for 20 metal or 30 linen, which is too expensive, why not grab it? Yeah, these Yanlong people are profiteers. Although premium shark meat tastes good and can fill you up, 20 metal and 30 flax is really unreasonable at this early stage. Hey, tell us the price is reasonable now. Wasn't it the people from the Eurasian Federation who first started selling food and water at high prices? It's also called World of Warships, which is a paradise for capitalists, and survivors deserve to be exploited. How? Now it's your turn to be exploited. Question mark. TCH, can the inferior Yanlong people be like us? It's nothing more than a few bites. You can't starve to death without eating for 3 days. My brothers in the Great Eurasian Federation have shown their strength. As long as we can resist for 2 or 3 days, this Yanlong will definitely sell the shark meat at a reduced price before it stinks. Brothers upstairs, don't mislead the friendly army. The high-quality food in World of Warships can be preserved well even if it is stored for a week. Chapter 10. The ship crossbow can also be advanced. Of course, Qin Tian also saw all the remarks in the World Chat channel. It's just that he doesn't care much about it. Every time World of Warships selects God's chosen, there are either tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. How could so many people be influenced by one sentence? Even the chosen one of the Eurasian Federation. In the face of interests, they all have their own ghosts. And in fact it is just such a short time. The premium shark meat he posted has already sold 3 units. I believe it won't take long. 20 units of high-quality shark meat will be sold out. Leave it alone. Qin Tian opened the ship properties. Get ready to fix your own raft. The ship is incomplete. Even if resources are sufficient, it is impossible to upgrade and modify ships. Name: Ordinary Raft, small, damage, repairable. Health volume: 60/100. Question mark. Attack: 0. Question mark. Defense: 10/15. Advanced: 20 low-quality wood, 20 low-quality linen, 20 low-quality nails, can be advanced to ordinary rafts medium-sized. Look at the properties panel. Qin Tian was familiar with the road, so he chose the next repair. Question mark. Repairing a small raft requires 8 pieces of low-quality wood. Do you want to repair it? Qin Tian looked back and forth. After choosing a place, all the 300 pieces of low-quality wood in the trading market were extracted. Then confirm the fix. With the disappearance of 8 pieces of inferior wood, the 2 chewed planks of the raft under his feet were quickly repaired automatically. Restored to its original condition. Looked at the trading market again. After seeing that another unit of high-quality shark meat was traded out, he shook his head, too lazy to wait any longer. Facing the green-quality ship crossbow, he chose to use it. Question mark. Would you like to install the green-quality ship crossbow? Qin Tian chooses yes. Please select the location where you want to place the crossbow. Without even thinking about it, Qin Tian directly chose to place it in the middle. Anyway, this guy can move at any time. Put it somewhere safe first. Finished with his okay. The boat crossbow, which looked like an ancient siege crossbow, was firmly fixed on the wooden board in the middle of the raft. Qin Tian used divine detective technique to investigate the ship's crossbow. If this thing can also be advanced, the effect and benefits on him will be unimaginable. Item: common ship crossbow. Quality: green. Question mark. Attack: 18. Question mark. Range: 150 meters. Durability: 300. Requirement: for every unit of low-quality wood consumed, 3 crossbow arrows can be fired. Ordinary advancement: 20 low-quality wood, 20 low-quality nails, which can be advanced to a blue advanced ship crossbow. Premium advancement: ordinary wood 15, ordinary nails 15, can be advanced into a purple epic ship crossbow. Advanced advancement: high-quality wood 10, high-quality nails 15, can be advanced into an orange legendary ship crossbow. When you see the 3 advanced routes emerging from the back, Qin Tian couldn't help showing a hint of excitement in his eyes. Sure enough, there are 18 for the initial attack. If it advances to orange weapon, wouldn't it take off directly? You must know that the low-quality wooden spear with an initial attack of only 2 has an attack power of 22 after advancing to a mid-range high-quality stone spear. Then how much will the attack power of this boat crossbow with an initial attack of 18 increase to the highest level of orange weapons? Not sure of his attack on this raft. At that time, he will be able to withstand the attack of his frigate in the previous life. As for the need to consume 1 low-quality wood for every 3 arrows, Qin Tian didn't pay much attention to it. The consumption of ship equipment is like this. The further you go, the more money you burn. It is normal. And at this moment, all the outsiders who were watching the live broadcast saw the virtual screen in front of them suddenly go black. Then nothing can be seen. After many people sighed, they began to chat in the chat channel of the live broadcast room as usual. Oh, it's 10 o'clock again, I'm going to sleep, I have to go to work tomorrow. I really hope that our Yanlong Empire can rise up a few powerful gods chosen this time. I always feel that alien creatures are attacking our empire more and more powerfully. Normal, otherwise, why do you think the countries of the Eurasian Federation are so keen to follow the Lighthouse Empire to suppress us? Isn't it to reduce our strength and make those alien bastards think that we are soft persimmons, so they should pinch us tightly first? Gone. It's no wonder that the people of the Eurasian Federation are becoming more and more ruthless towards our god chosen in World of Warships. The emotional reason is here. Didn't you find out that the territories of some countries in the Eurasian Federation haven't suffered from large-scale attacks by extraterrestrial detritus in recent months? Well, it depends on Qin God. With Qin God's talent, once he rises up, the gods he binds are absolutely invincible. Speaking of which, who is the godly person bound by God Qin? Although the ability of the gods does not require much protection from the state, but the gods bound by God Qin's talent should attract the attention of the empire, right? And the truth is as they say. With Qin Tian selling high-quality shark meat, he made his mark in the World of Warships. The extraordinary department of the empire that was in charge of World of Warships quickly locked in Qin Tian's identity and sent all his information to the high-level hands. After rigorous verification, after confirming that Qin Tian and Mu Ningxie are not crooked spies. For Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao's benefits, the higher authorities also sent them overnight to the administrative department of Zhongzhou City where they were located. And Mu Ningxie doesn't know this yet. After seeing that the live broadcast room automatically closed at 10 o'clock. She looked at the simple bedroom that looked a bit deserted because of the lack of Qin Tian. He sighed rather sadly. Then take a shower. I went to bed with my daughter in my arms and turned off the lights and went to sleep. Chapter 11 Raft Upgrade. World of Warships. After Qin Tian installed the ship crossbow, dragging his exhausted body again, he surrounded the stacks of low-quality wooden boards on the raft into a rectangular frame big enough to accommodate himself. Then it lay in it. Fell asleep against the clammy chill. Next morning, Qin Tian was woken up by the warm sun. Another day of boating and hunting elite sharks yesterday. Physically and mentally exhausted, he fell asleep until the sun was up. Look at the hot sun hanging high in the sky. With a dry mouth, he picked up a bottle of water from his hand and poured more than half of it. In the studio, saw him wake up. The tens of thousands of Yanlong people who were watching his live broadcast immediately cheered up. Ah, God Qin finally woke up, waiting so long that I'm almost ready to thank you. It is understandable that Qin Shen really worked very hard yesterday. He hardly took a day off. He was either opening a wooden barrel or on the way to open a wooden barrel. He even had a fight with an elite shark at night, and he would be tired even if he was hard-pressed. In other words, can Shen Qin's raft be upgraded today? The meat that was hung last night is probably sold out by now. It was as if he heard the voices of everyone in the live broadcast room. Qin Tian got up and rubbed his face. He opened the trading market directly to check the status of the shark meat he had put on the shelves. The result was no surprise. After an overnight sale, all 20 units of high-quality shark meat have been sold out. As he moved his mind, he chose to extract. A pile of rusty metal pieces and some slender-looking flax appeared on his raft. With the appearance of these two small piles of supplies, the space of the entire raft suddenly seemed a little crowded. See this scene. Qin Tian opened the synthesis panel without hesitation and started to synthesize. 2 low-quality wood can be synthesized into 1 common wood. Combine 2 common wood into 1 fine wood. After 1 pass operation, he combined 200 units of low-quality wood into 50 units of high-quality wood. Then use 200 units of quality flax to synthesize 50 units of fine flax. 25 units of fine metal pieces were synthesized from 100 metal pieces. 25 high-quality nails were produced with 25 high-quality metal sheets. The operation is boring and cumbersome. But anyway, the materials needed to advance the raft are ready. Qin Tian used divine detective technique to open the property panel of the raft. Question mark. Name: Ordinary Raft, small. Question mark. Health volume: 100. Question mark. Attack: 18. Question mark. Defense: 15. Ordinary advancement: low quality wood 20, low quality flax 20, low quality nails 20, can be advanced to ordinary rafts medium sized. High quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 12, ordinary linen 9, ordinary nails 15, can be advanced into high quality rafts medium sized. Advanced advancement: high quality wood 10, high quality linen 8, high quality nails 12, can be advanced to the best raft medium sized can be advanced. Look at the advanceable option behind advanced advancement. Qin Tian chose to advance without saying a word. May I ask if the captain consumes 10 high-quality wood, 8 high-quality linen, and 12 high-quality nails to advance the raft? Yes. Qin Tian nodded, with the disappearance of 3 small piles of supplies on the raft. The rough wooden raft under his feet was suddenly surrounded by golden light and expanded. Wait for more than 10 seconds to pass. The light disappears. The image of the raft that appeared in front of him immediately surprised all the audience in the live broadcast room. I saw that the raft at this moment has completely changed. 25 pieces of solid and fine reddish-brown wood with tight gaps replaced the 9 pieces of thin wooden boards that were originally dilapidated and crude. If the great white shark is allowed to run over and attack now, I'm afraid it may not be possible to crush a piece of wood in 7 or 8 minutes. Look at the brand new raft beneath your feet. Qin Tian couldn't help thinking secretly in his heart, I don't know how much Ning Shui can recover from her minor illness this time. And in this present world, Mu Ningxie and Qin Xiaoxiao, who were watching the live broadcast, felt a sudden surge of warmth from the raft imprint on their foreheads. Then the two of them seemed to be in a warm hot spring. The whole body is warm. Their skinny and festering bodies began to regain their fullness at a speed visible to the naked eye. The sickly sallow complexion also quickly turned rosy. The sparse hair that was originally as dry grass has gradually become black and thick, full of luster. Wow, Mama is so beautiful. Dad didn't lie, Mama's hair really grew back. Qin Xiaoxiao watched the great changes in her mother, cheering with little hands up. The ruddy cute little face is full of innocent smiles from the heart. Yeah, Dad didn't lie to us, he really did it, and Xiaoxiao also became very beautiful. Mu Ningxie looked at her daughter who had recovered. With tears in her beautiful eyes, she hugged the little girl tightly into her arms. Own man really did it. It's only the 2nd day of entering World of Warships. It cured her and her daughter's illness. Boom boom boom. And when she and her daughter rejoiced, suddenly there was a rhythmic knock on the anti-theft door. Mu Ningxie frowned. Protecting her daughter, she walked to the door vigilantly. Through the cat's eye, I saw 2 short-haired women in military uniforms standing outside. Behind them is a group of heavily armed Special Forces soldiers. Mu Ningxie saw this scene. It seems to have thought of something. He asked, "Who are you?" The woman who was facing the cat's eyes said, "Excuse me, is Mr. Qin Tian's wife, Ms. Mu Ningxie?" "It's me," Mu Ningxie admitted. "Hello, Ms. Mu, we are members of the Zhongzhou Special Warfare Brigade. This is my ID. We have been ordered to transfer you and your daughter to live at the base of the military region." The leading female soldier said. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 12 Make Strategic Materials, Water Purifiers. Although Mu Ningxie has already guessed. But I didn't expect the military department to move so fast. Fortunately, Qin Tian upgraded the raft just now, and installed a boat crossbow on it. Let her and her daughter have a certain ability to attack and protect themselves. So she didn't have much scruples. He unscrewed the lock and opened the door. "Ms. Mu, due to Mr. Qin Tian's outstanding performance in World of Warships, for the safety of you and your daughter, we will move you to a safe area. See the door open. The female soldier directly saluted and said to Mu Ningxue. While she was amazed by Mu Ningxue's appearance, she was also secretly looking at the furnishings in the room. It turned out that the furniture items inside were sparse and pitiful. And it's all very dated. It didn't look like Qin Tian was a son of a rich family as those people in the studio had guessed. Okay, please take a moment, let me pack some things. Mu Ningxue did not refuse. World of Warships has been around for a few years. Although she seldom watches it, she also knows that the family members of the chosen ones who perform well in it, the protection and welfare benefits of the empire are still quite large. Ms. Mu, you just need to pack those valuable and commemorative items. When you arrive at the place, our military department will help you with food, clothing, housing and transportation. Seeing that Mu Ningxue turned around to pack her things, the female soldier glanced at the timid Qin Xiaoxiao and hurriedly said, at the same time, your daughter can also go directly to our military academy to receive the best teaching. Hearing this, Mu Ningxue's beautiful eyes lit up. Well known. In today's chaotic world, the military academy is far more practical than the things taught in ordinary schools. After she nodded, she took her daughter into the bedroom. 10 minutes later, she was pushing a large trolley case, and Qin Xiaoxiao came out with a small cartoon school bag on her back. He took a last look at the room that preserved the countless hardships and happiness of their family of 3. Mu Ningxue then locked the door. Following the 2 female soldiers, they went downstairs under the escort of a group of Special Forces soldiers. And behind them, households opened the doors cautiously. Looking at the backs of the mother and daughter who were protected in the middle was full of envy. Get on the car heading to the Zhongzhou military area. Mu Ningxue hugged her daughter, and opened the Time and Space live broadcast with a thought. The chat channel at this time has become a mess. WTF, what the hell? Why is the advanced raft of the people of Yanlong Empire like this? My god, is this a raft? How do I feel that this is made of iron? Could it be an ironwood raft? Qin God is worthy of being Qin God, even the advancement of the raft is so different. It can only be said that God Qin's divine detection technique is too strong. I feel that this kind of advancement is not much worse than that of a fishing boat. The defense is 100% as if it is covered with iron. I seem to have seen Qin Shen's heroic figure dominating the entire sea area. Question mark. Hey, you are still dominating the sea area. Can you tell me about your Yanlong Empire's naval battle record and powerful warships for hundreds of years? Poorly weak at sea, they dare to say anything big. Baga, I think your chosen one, Qin Tian, is cheating. I strongly request the will of the planet to disqualify Qin Tian as the chosen one. The downside of making woolen yarn is that the divine detective technique is my god Qin's awakened innate skill. What's the matter? Is awakening talent skills considered cheating? To be attacked like this. The foreign devils in the live broadcast room suddenly had nothing to say. And Qin Tian at this moment. He also used his divine detective technique to open the attribute panel of the new advanced raft under his feet. Name: Excellent Raft Medium. Health Volume 800. Question mark. Attack 18. Question mark. Defense 35. Ordinary advancement 100 low quality wood, 100 low quality linen, 100 low quality nails, which can be advanced to ordinary rafts large. High quality goods advanced. Ordinary wood 60, ordinary linen 60, ordinary nails 70, can be advanced into high quality rafts large. Advanced advancement. 45 high quality wood, 50 high quality linen, 65 high quality nails, can be advanced to the best raft large. 800 HP. When looking at the attributes of the advanced raft, Qin Tian's eyes lit up immediately. It is indeed the only talent at the SSS-level, Divine Detective. This special advanced attribute is indeed very powerful. Normally, an advanced to medium-sized ordinary raft only has about 300 HP. According to the rules of World of Warships, as long as the ship's blood volume does not fall below the 10% dangerous line, in battle, the ship will not be hit with the 2 fatal damages of sinking and explosion. And now, His raft has 500 more health than 99.99% of newcomer the chosen. That's great. I have the advantage. The materials on the raft were simply sorted out. Qin Tian immediately took out the ordinary water purifier blueprint from his clothes. This is a strategic resource. In World of Warships, potable freshwater resources are always the most precious. Item: Blueprint of ordinary water purifier. Quality: green. Question mark. Capacity: 100 liters. Production requirements: common wood 10, common metal sheet 8, common plastic 5. Efficacy: purify 100 liters of seawater into 1 liter of fresh water every 6 hours. Look at the final effect. Qin Tian's eyes lit up slightly. Purify 1 liter of fresh water for every 100 liters of seawater. That is equivalent to every 2 barrels of seawater can purify as much fresh water as nearly 2 bottles of mineral water. Although it can be purified 4 times a day, it is not a lot. But compared to the simple water purifier in his previous life, where 2 barrels of seawater could purify a small cup of fresh water twice a day, it was much better. Oh, yes, I don't know if the divine detective technique has any effect on this kind of blueprint. Think here. Qin Tian immediately used the innate skill divine detective technique on the blueprint of the water purifier in his hand. Item: Blueprint of ordinary water purifier. Quality: green. Question mark. Capacity: 100 liters. Production requirements: common wood 10, common metal sheet 8, common plastic 5. Efficacy: it can be used to make a water purifier that purifies 100 liters of seawater into 1 liter of fresh water every 6 hours. Ordinary advancement: ordinary wood 15, ordinary metal sheet 15, ordinary plastic 10, can be advanced to a blue advanced water purifier. High quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 25, ordinary metal sheet 25, ordinary plastic 20, can be advanced into a purple epic water purifier. Advanced advancement: high quality wood 15, high quality metal sheet 20, high quality plastic 15, can be advanced into an orange legendary water purifier. Chapter 13 Advanced Water Purifier. Sure enough, when you see the following 3 special advanced plans, what Qin Tian couldn't help was joy. A green quality water purifier can purify 4 liters of water a day. How much water can the orange quality water purifier purify in a day? Compared to food, freshwater resources in World of Warships are even more rare and precious. Because waiting out the novice sea, disastered sailors and technical crews created by the will of the planet will appear on the endless blue sea. These sailors and crew will be of great use when the ship is upgraded to the naval class. Every extra one can greatly improve the combat power of one's own ship. After all, things like power systems, weapon systems, observation, communication, navigation, logistics maintenance, and cooking are all inseparable from people. Although these sailors and crew are generally extremely difficult to encounter. But as long as one person is rescued, it will consume more food and drink for one person. If you are lucky, you can save more people. Living supplies became the #1 issue. The food is okay. Most of those who can successfully get out of the novice sea area have already advanced their rafts into fishing boats. Good luck installing a propeller. Sailing hundreds of nautical miles every day, you can catch hundreds or even thousands of units of fish with one net. If it doesn't work, it can still be traded in the trading market. After all, those veteran gods chosen generally have surplus food for sale. And the most critical thing is the fresh water resource that can drink. This thing even after a few years. It is an extremely precious resource for any god chosen. It is almost difficult to see the transaction information of drinking water in the trading market. So there is a rare opportunity to evolve the water purifier. Without even thinking about it, Qin Tian chose the highest level of evolution. At the moment he has enough wood and sheet metal in his hands. The only thing missing is plastic. Qin Tian said nothing. Select 20 pieces of exquisite shark meat from the raft and hang them in the trading market. 20 units of high-quality shark meat. Each unit can be exchanged for 20 units of inferior plastic. After hanging the shark meat, He took out the bread and water while opening the chat channel. While eating. As for brushing your teeth and washing your face with seawater. Qin Tian said that he still doesn't want to peel off his whole face. Brothers, hurry up and go to sea to search for supplies while the sun is not poisonous. I have no energy. I only ate 2 pieces of bread yesterday, and I didn't drink water all day. I feel my throat is smoky. There is still bread to eat. Envy, I didn't eat or drink all day yesterday. Hurry up and open the supplies. I see that the boss has put high-quality shark meat on the shelves again. What? Shark meat is on the shelves again. What did you change this time? It's plastic. Why Rugud? I sold more than 50 plastics yesterday, and I am worried that there is no place to use them, so I don't have to worry about the 3 meals a day today. What do you want to do upstairs? As a member of the Honorable Eurasian Federation, are you going to join the enemy? This Qin Tian is very likely to be the most potential candidate of the Yanlong Empire in the past few years. We should unite to resist him. Oh, save it, if I don't buy it, others will buy it, and the union you mentioned is even more funny. I also want to unite, but when I used plastic to contact a few people yesterday and wanted to exchange food and water, how many people were willing to help me? Do you think I'm a fool for half a piece of leftover raw fish that costs me 50 plastic? Looking at the chat channel, a group of Western God chosen from the Eurasian Federation began to greet each other's immediate family members. With a big appetite, Qin Tian finished the 2 breads and a bottle of water. After eating and drinking, he clapped his hands and stood up. Open the trading market panel. After a day of hunger. Those God chosen who have only supplies but no food in their hands obviously dare not gamble anymore. Just food and water. As long as the price is not too outrageous, start buying. Just a few minutes of effort. His 20 units of high-quality shark meat were sold out. With a thought, take out the 400 units of plastic in the mall. He immediately opened the synthesis panel and started to synthesize. After consuming 20 units of low-quality sheet metal and 60 units of low-quality plastic, Qin Tian finally gathered the materials to make a high-grade water purifier. Pick a location. Qin Tian took out the blueprint. I found the item of making a high-grade water purifier and chose to use it directly. To make an advanced water purifier requires 15 high-quality wood, 20 high-quality metal sheets, and 15 high-quality plastics. Will you make it? Make. An excited nod flashed in Qin Tian's eyes. Ordinary green quality water purifiers can filter out 4 liters of fresh water a day. How much can the advanced orange quality water purifier filter out in a day? It should make him no longer have to worry about drinking water resources in the early stage. Just thinking about it, the fine materials he synthesized on the raft suddenly disappeared. Then the blueprint of the water purifier in his hand glowed faintly and dissipated. Soon, in his pre-selected position, a cuboid water purifier with a large water tank appeared sideways beside the crossbow. The angle of the side opening just made way for the attack route of the ship crossbow. Look at the beautifully shaped water purifier device. Countless people in the live broadcast room immediately expressed their own surprises. Oh, I bought it. Is this an ordinary water purifier? It should be. The blueprint shown in the live broadcast just now is an ordinary water purifier blueprint. Baga, this is by no means an ordinary water purifier. I have seen the purple epic water purifier of our first captain Yusuke Kawashima, and it is not so sophisticated at all. Hiss, is it possible that the level of this water purifier is higher than the epic level? Countless foreigners opened their mouths wide in surprise. Incredible. Be silly, more exciting things are yet to come. Chapter 14 Buying Cask Blueprints. Seeing these foreign devils was shocked by Qin Tian. Watching Qin Tian's live broadcast room before, the old fans who had guessed about Qin Tian's only SSS-level talent skill, detective skill, spoke up one after another. Brothers, don't say anything, let these devils from the Eurasian Federation feel the strength of our Qin God, and let them experience what it feels like to feel despair. That's right, with Qin Shen's development momentum, even more powerful is yet to come. Damn, what are these Yanlong people talking about? Is there any friend from the Yanlong kingdom who is willing to help me answer this question? I will pay him 50,000 euros, and to show my sincerity, I can pay a deposit of 10,000 in advance. Question mark. HMPH, it's great to have a few stinky money, we will never betray God Qin's information. Then within a few minutes, the blonde and blue-eyed avatar who was willing to pay 50,000 EU coins for information just now appeared again. Question mark. Oh, hell, this Qin Tian is actually the god chosen for both SSS and S dual top talents. Damn, who is the B**************** D who fell under the power of money so easily? It's an embarrassment for us Yanlong people. Question mark. Idiot. SSS and S double top talents. Doesn't that mean that the talent of this Yanlong man surpasses the entire World of Warships? Question mark. We should notify those veteran captains in World of Warships that when Qin Tian leaves the Novice Sea area, they will immediately send people to encircle and suppress him. Don't be kidding, unless this Qin Tian is a fool who takes the initiative to reveal his sea coordinates, otherwise in the vast sea, the ghost knows where his position is. Everyone, please don't be so violent. This Qin Tian's body is 100% the blood of our great cold empire. We will submit relevant documents to the International Arbitration Tribunal, asking Qin Tian's bound gods to emigrate to our great cold empire. My great cold the empire will definitely greet you with the most honorable treatment. Damn, can your great cold empire show some face? You hang everything on your head, why don't you say that World of Warships was also developed by your great cold empire? ... The debate on the live channel naturally did not affect Qin Tian. At this moment, he was standing on the raft looking at the brand new and extremely delicate silver white water purifier. With a look of anticipation on his face, he opened the properties panel. Item: Legendary water purifier. Quality: orange. Question mark. Capacity: 500 liters. Efficacy: purify 100 liters of seawater into 10 liters of fresh water every hour. Introduction. This is a legendary water purifier that has undergone high-intensity modification and upgrades. It comes with solar energy and hydroelectric power generation functions. With it, you will no longer have to worry about drinking water. Hiss. When you see the function and introduction of this water purifier, Qin Tian couldn't help but sucked in a breath of cold air. The light of excitement bloomed in the eyes. Good guy. Purifies 10 liters of fresh water per hour. Then one day is 240 liters. Normal people drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day is enough to maintain the body needs. There are 240 liters of water. Then he will do nothing even for a day in the Novice Sea. You can get rich just by selling water. More importantly, this water purifier actually has its own solar energy and hydropower. These two features are simply invincible. Saved him endless trouble. But this water purifier is there. But filling water has become a big problem. Looking at the jug thicker than the waist of a 500 jin fat man, Qin Tian silently threw the 550 milliliters bottle of mineral water into the supplies pile. It seems that I still have to get 2 blueprints for making wooden barrels. Open. Chat channel. Qin Tian ignored those negative energies that were about to starve to death and spoke. Asked directly, who has the blueprint for making wooden barrels? I exchange it with a unit of high-quality shark meat. Seeing that he broke the record on the first day and killed an elite shark monster, he spoke. Many people immediately at up him. Ning Kaiga at Qin Tian, found a boss. Boss, I don't have a barrel blueprint, but I have wood. Can I exchange 20 units of inferior wood for a piece of shark meat? Bian Chao at Qin Tian, boss Qin Tian. I have a blueprint for an epic boat canopy, do you need it? Opening square bracket question mark question mark question mark question mark. At Qin Tian, Yanlong people, did you open the boat crossbow weapon? I want to buy your boat crossbow, please make a price. Zhang Wanyi at Qin Tian, boss, I have added you as a friend, I want to use another method to exchange goods with you. I am a natural sea girl, measurements 91, 62, 89. Felix at, oh, beautiful lady, I don't know what kind of supplies you need. As long as I have them, I can trade them all to you. Question mark. Linen at Qin Tian. Boss, I have 3 wooden barrel drawings in my hand. If you want, I can sell you 2, but I want to exchange one of them for a bottle of water. Can you see it? ... Filter out all kinds of content at him in the chat channel. Qin Tian directly added Bianchao and Linen as personal friends. He just added it here. Over there, Linen sent transaction information in seconds. On the blue translucent panel full of technological texture. There are 2 wooden barrel blueprints in the column where the other party trades. Seeing this, Qin Tian put a bottle of water and a piece of high-quality shark meat on it without hesitation. Under the contract verification of the will of the planet, both parties have just selected agree. 2 blueprints appeared in Qin Tian's hand. Item: blueprint of inferior wooden barrel. Volume: 50 liters. Crafting requirements: inferior wood 5. Efficacy: it can be used to make inferior wooden barrels with low durability and leaking. Ordinary advancement: low quality wood 10, can be advanced into ordinary wooden barrels. High quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 5, rope 1, can be advanced into a solid wooden barrel. Advanced advancement: inferior metal 5, can be advanced into an iron barrel. Chapter 15. See here. Qin Tian, who still had 80 low-quality metal sheets in stock, chose the 3rd step without saying a word. With the disappearance of drawings and metal sheets, I saw 2 black iron buckets quietly appearing next to the water purifier. There is this water purifier. There are also iron barrels. Then his water-selling business will be booming. And at this moment, another person he added, Bianchao, also sent a message. Boss, do you still want that boat canopy? Yes, how much are you going to sell for? Qin Tian sent a message and asked. Boss, it's an epic blueprint after all. It shouldn't be a problem to sell 10 units of high-quality shark meat, right? After thinking about it for a while, Bianchao sent a message and asked tentatively. 1 price, 5 units of high-quality shark meat. I'll serve you another bottle of water. Qin Tian directly cut the price of the food in half. But in the end, he gave the other party a bottle of more than 500 milliliters of bottled water. Now he is not self-sufficient in food. But drinking water can sell the whole novice sea in no time. So he tends to use water in exchange for the supplies he needs. As for whether doing so will save the lives of a large group of foreign devils, this is not in Qin Tian's consideration. As the saying goes, when others stockpile grain, I stockpile guns. The world is full of granaries. As long as he can quickly arm and upgrade the raft, the rest of the chosen ones will be green leaks. At that time, won't he be able to cut it however he wants? And Bianchao over there, after seeing that Qin Tian was willing to trade with him for precious drinking water, the dissatisfaction that was originally there was immediately forgotten. Thank you so much for replying. No problem at all. Big brother, thank you so much. Drinking water is of course better. Say it, as if afraid of Qin Tian going back on his word. The transaction panel was sent immediately, seeing that the other party put the epic boat canopy blueprint on it. Qin Tian didn't have ink marks either. Just put 5 units of high-quality shark meat and a bottle of water on it. With the transaction completed, Qin Tian also had an extra blueprint of the purple boat canopy in his hand. Item: epic ship canopy blueprint. Quality: purple. Crafting requirements: ordinary wood 10, ordinary metal sheet 10, ordinary rope 5. Efficacy: it can be used to make a boat canopy to keep out the wind and rain. With it, your quality of life will rise in a straight line. Normal enhancement: low quality wood 20, low quality metal sheet 20, low quality rope 20, strengthening can increase blood volume by 100. High quality goods enhancement: ordinary wood 20, ordinary metal sheet 20, ordinary rope 20, strengthening can increase blood volume by 300. Advanced advancement: 20 high quality wood, 20 high quality metal pieces, 20 high quality ropes, strengthening can increase blood volume by 600. After seeing the hidden evolution route of the epic boat canopy blueprint in his hand with the divine detection technique, Qin Tian's eyes lit up immediately. Although this canopy can no longer be upgraded from epic to higher quality, but the blood volume attribute increased by this enhancement is still very impressive. Of course the attributes are good. Qin Tian still put away the blueprint of the boat tent. The most urgent thing now is to get drinking water out first. That's what counts. Whether he can rise rapidly in the future depends entirely on these drinking water. Think like this. He picked up 2 large iron buckets. Start adding seawater to the big tank of the water purifier bucket by bucket. I ran back and forth 5 times. After adding 10 barrels of seawater, the large water tank of the water purifier was finally full of water. A full 500 liters of water. Tossing this once is equivalent to satisfying the working time of the water purifier for 5 hours. This is more than 100 times stronger than the water purifier in his previous life. Turn on. See the green running light of the water purifier turn on with the support of solar panels. With a smile on his lips, Qin Tian unscrewed a bottle of water and drank it all. Then after a short break, then open the flat map. Start searching the surrounding barrels and treasure chests. After scanning clockwise, 3 green wooden barrels, 2 sharks, and a blue treasure chest icon suddenly appeared on the flat map. This made Qin Tian's eyes widen instantly. Blue treasure chest. When did the chance of treasure chests appearing in World of Warships become so high? In his previous life, he might not have been able to open a treasure chest in a month. But now he saw 2 in 2 days. Could it be that I have missed all of my previous life? Qin Tian couldn't help being suspicious. After all, in his last life, he didn't have such a heaven-defying talent like divine detective technique. If he rode east this morning, didn't he just miss the blue treasure chest in the north direction? Sure enough, it still depends on mutation. This talent is a mutation. Wouldn't your life get better immediately? Qin Tian secretly shook his head thinking. He picked up the wooden pulp and steered the raft to the north. Although there happened to be a shark blocking the way. But for Qin Tian, who installed the ship crossbow, it's not a problem at all. Speaking of crossbows, Qin Tian turned his head and glanced at the big killer beside him. It seems that I haven't advanced this guy yet. This is if advanced to orange. Don't talk about hitting sharks out of the novice sea. It is estimated that even those more terrifying sea beasts known as the newcomer's nightmare can give it a try a few times. Think here. Qin Tian immediately used divine detective technique to take a look at the advanced plan of the ship crossbow. Good wood 10, good nails 15. He counted the supplies he had on his raft. There are still 25 pieces of high-quality wood, 13 pieces of high-quality nails, and 2 are short. But that's okay. He also has 5 fine metal pieces. Open the synthesis panel and consume 2 pieces of metal to produce 2 high-quality nails. Qin Tian immediately advanced the ship crossbow. May I ask if the captain consumes 10 high-quality wood and 15 high-quality nails to advance the ordinary crossbow? Yes. Qin Tian nodded without hesitation, with a little expectation on his face. Chapter 16 Legendary Ship Crossbow, Blue Treasure Chest. With the disappearance of 2 small piles of bright new and high-quality materials, the boat crossbow in the center was also shrouded in golden light. Wait until the light fades. A jet-black boat crossbow appeared in front of his eyes, which looked a lot bigger, and the machinery and objects were much more sophisticated. Qin Tian used divine detective technique to check. Item: Legendary ship crossbow. Quality: orange. Question mark. Attack: 62. Question mark. Range: 300 meters. Durability: 500. Requirement: 3 crossbow arrows can be fired for every 1 unit of high-quality wood consumed. 1 unit fine wood. 62 points of attack power. See this advanced properties panel. The corners of Qin Tian's mouth almost grinned behind his ears. Although the ship crossbow advance to the legendary level profoundly explained what it means to fight wars and fight for resources. But 62 points of attack power plus his S-level talent, must-hit skill. Let Qin Tian completely have the confidence to walk sideways in this novice sea area. As for the high price of crossbow bolts, for Qin Tian, who has an orange legendary water purifier, there is no pressure at all. The crossbow problem is solved. Qin Tian immediately grabbed the oars and rowed towards the blue treasure chest. As for the shark prowling in the middle of the course, Qin Tian has already used it as a test object to test the power of the orange ship crossbow. In order to avoid insufficient firepower, he also deliberately consumes 40 units of low-quality wood. Another 10 units of high-quality wood were synthesized. In this way, he has 25 units of high-quality wood in his hand. Enough to support him in a high-intensity war of attrition. As the raft keeps going, the time is about half an hour later. The flat map showed that he had come to the territory of the shark. Look around. Sure enough, in the distant sea, he saw the dorsal fin of a dark shark swimming there. Take a look. The distance between the two sides is at least a kilometer. Qin Tian approached each other while paddling the raft. One side always pays attention to each other's movements. When the distance between the two parties is less than 500 meters. The shark appeared to have spotted the raft floating in the sea. With a swing of its dorsal fin, it swam towards this side quickly. People who watched the live broadcast didn't care much about it, thinking that yesterday Qin Tian could kill an elite shark with just dozens of javelin spears. Now Qin Tian's raft was not only upgraded, but even equipped with a crossbow. How could a mere shark stop his footsteps? And facing the shark that is about to swim into the 300-meter range of the boat crossbow, Qin Tian first sent a divine detective technique towards the other party. Question mark. Name, shark. Question mark. Health volume, 180. After detecting this amount of blood, Qin Tian secretly nodded. That's right. This is the correct way to open the shark. Like the great white shark he met yesterday, a blood volume of 300 is simply inappropriate. If he hadn't awakened the talents of must-hit and detective technique, which can make items advanced, he would never have the idea of playing with that green treasure chest. But the risks are great. The harvest is not small. A blueprint of a water purifier gave him ample financial resources that he would no longer have to worry about supplies in the future. And this boat crossbow gave him enough confidence to protect his own interests. Just like now, confronted with a shark that had swum to within 300 meters of his raft, Qin Tian stood in front of the boat crossbow, grab a smooth thick high-quality wood board and place it in a groove behind it. Then the launch option appeared immediately above the crossbow. Qin Tian directly chose launch without further ado. Under Qin Tian's gaze, there was only a trembling sound of boom. A crossbow bolt as thick as a baby's wrist burst out. Immediately, it pierced the shark's body with incomparable precision. Immediately, blood spattered everywhere. Most of the ship's crossbows were submerged in the water. A scarlet -62 damage also floated up from the shark's head. Under normal circumstances, the ship crossbow will cool down for 3 or 4 seconds after firing. But now it may be affected by his talent skill, must-hit triple shot. In the blink of an eye, the launch option appeared on the top of the Kung Fu boat crossbow. The corner of Qin Tian's mouth raised in response. Unceremoniously choose to launch again. That's it. With the damage value of -62 and -56 floating, the shark stopped moving when it was more than 100 meters away from the raft. Instead, it sank directly with 3 crossbow arrows. It will disappear soon. In the studio, the tens of thousands of people who saw this scene were all stunned. Question mark. What's the situation? Don't tell me this is a direct second. Ridiculous, stupid Yanlong people, that's a shark, the nightmare of all the gods chosen in the early days. Even with a boat crossbow, it's impossible to kill a shark with 3 arrows. If you want to kill an ordinary shark with 3 arrows, unless it is a legendary or even mythical crossbow, right? This is only the second day, and no one can obtain this level of weapons and equipment. Then how to explain this situation? What's so strange about this? Maybe the shark was in pain, so it sank and ran away. In other words, why is the firing interval of the Yanlong people's crossbow so short? A group of Gentile devils self-consoling constant speculation. And Qin Tian's side. After seeing the shark being successfully killed, a satisfied smile appeared on his face. Kill a shark with 3 arrows. This damage is really powerful right now. Put a piece of fine wood into the crossbow again. After seeing the launch option appearing on the head of the crossbow, Qin Tian paddled the raft quickly towards the direction of the blue treasure chest. The rest of the road is going well. No more accidents. On the flat map, as his avatar gradually matched with the blue treasure chest, a blue treasure chest surrounded by a faint halo appeared in Qin Tian's field of vision. Subscribe to Chinese Novel Audiobook YouTube channel. Chapter 17 Another Boat Crossbow, Mythical Level. In the studio, people from the Yanlong Empire saw the treasure chest with sharp eyes. Immediately, the barge was sent out with great joy. My God, it's a treasure chest. Blue treasure chest. What? Blue treasure chest? Where? Under the gaze of countless people, I saw Qin Tian paddling the oar quickly. Soon the raft was rowed to a blue treasure chest filled with light. Idiot. How is this possible? I encountered 2 treasure chests in 2 days, there must be something tricky in them. The 3 kingdoms, refuse to accept it. This chosen one of the Yanlong Empire is definitely cheating, even the chosen ones of my 3 kingdoms dare not cheat like this. This is Qin Tian cheating. He should compensate all the materials and things he obtained by cheating to the chosen one of our beacon empire. What a joke. If talents and skills can be regarded as cheating, then shouldn't all the gods chosen who have awakened top talents in your countries all contribute their supplies and treasures? Yes, Eagles of the Lighthouse, if this is the case, let your Ulysses donate all the supplies and equipment they harvested. Hurry up, let's talk about it in the chat channels of various countries, and say that because of cheating, those top talented candidates from the Lighthouse Empire plan to donate all their equipment and supplies, so that the selected candidates from all over the world will follow suit quickly. They ask for it. Marcus damn it, don't talk nonsense. When did the chosen one of our Lighthouse Empire cheat? What evidence do you have? Shui Li at Marcus, evidence. Then what evidence do you have to prove that God Qin is cheating? Before doubting others, please take a look at your own virtues. Qin Jinwei this is what I said. If Qin Tian hadn't cheated by cheating, how could he know the location of the treasure chest so clearly? Wu Jingfei did this blow up a dragon trader? How? Are you complaining about these foreign devils at the lighthouse? Qin Jinwei I don't talk nonsense, I'm just stating my opinion objectively. Xu Chong at Qin Jinwei. Oh, the objectiveness of wool, Qin Jinwei. It seems that you sold the shares of the Heron supermarket chain and went to the lighthouse to mix well, and you actually came to the Time-Space live broadcast room to gain popularity with passers-by. How miserable. In the World of Warships, Qin Tian didn't know that his awakened talent had been taken as cheating by others. Of course, even if he knew, he wouldn't care. Him at the moment. Skillfully cast the net to fish up the blue treasure box. Then without saying a word, he grabbed the lid and opened the treasure chest. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining the blue quality high-level crossbow ×1. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining the ordinary furnace blueprint ×1. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 40 ordinary metal pieces. Congratulations to the captain for obtaining 20 ordinary ropes. As the voice of the planets will continue to sound, the blue treasure chest disappeared. On the raft, there was an extra ship crossbow with a much more sophisticated structure than the previous one. Next to it are 2 piles of supplies and a blueprint. Watching the second boat crossbow appear, those foreign devils in the live broadcast room almost stared out their eyes. Baga, Lu, is this still called not open? Shit. Report. It must be reported. Other god chosen may not be able to open a boat crossbow out of 10,000 people. This Yanlong man actually opened 2 in 2 days. How can others play with this? Well known. In the World of Warships, ship equipment has always been the most difficult to obtain. In each novice sea area, there are tens of thousands of people, at most 100 people, and it is not bad to drive out the ship and crossbow equipment. And now Qin Tian has launched 2 ship crossbows in 2 days. It's only been 2 days. Wait for the 30-day novice period to pass. Will this Qin Tian fill the 4 sides of his ship with crossbows? That scene is scary just thinking about it. Hee hee, if you're lucky, it's cheating, so let's treat it as God Qin is cheating. You can report it casually, and see if the will of the planet takes care of you, and you're done. In stark contrast to the foreign devils or the watchers of the Yanlong Empire. So what? They can't wait for Qin Tian to hang out. As long as Qin Tian can rise quickly, let the Yanlong Empire produce 2 more powerful men who will determine the universe. They are willing to abandon all brainless support. On the raft, Qin Tian looked at the second ship crossbow that was driven out and was also a little stunned. It seems that after my rebirth, my luck is really good, which is amazing. It was originally a boat crossbow. He was still a little confused about how to install the canopy on the raft. After all, the canopy must be installed in the middle. In this way, the crossbow can only be moved to the front or back of the raft. But no matter where it is installed, they will lose sight of each other. And now there are 2 ship crossbows. This problem has been solved very well. And his canopy installation can also be put on the agenda. After all, it can shelter from the wind, rain and sun in the boat canopy. Who wants to suffer this crime? Do whatever comes to mind. Qin Tian first chose to dismantle the installed legendary ship crossbow. It was then mounted on the front end of the raft. Immediately afterwards, he set his sights on the high-grade blue crossbow. Item: Advanced Ship Crossbow. Quality: Blue. Question mark. Attack: 25. Question mark. Range: 200 meters. Durability: 500. Requirement: 3 crossbow arrows can be fired for every unit of low-quality wood consumed. Ordinary advancement: low-quality wood 40, low-quality nails 40, can be advanced to a purple epic ship crossbow. Premium advancement: ordinary wood 40, ordinary nails 40, can be advanced to an orange legendary ship crossbow. Advanced advancement: 50 high-quality wood, 50 high-quality nails, can be advanced into a red mythical crossbow. Awesome! When you see the 4 words of red myth after advanced. Qin Tian clenched his fist and waved it vigorously. He had never even heard of it in World of Warships in his last life. Who has obtained mythical ship equipment? 50 units of fine wood. Converted to ordinary wood, that is 100 units. Converted to low-quality wood, that is 200. Plus 50 units of fine nails. That's 200 units of inferior metal. Have to say. Question mark. Detective technique. Easy to use is easy to use. But it is also a huge gold-selling cave. This is only something in the Novice Sea. Wait a month to leave Novice Village. After upgrading the raft into a ship. I don't know how many resources are consumed for each advanced object. Chapter 18 Plastic Bottle Synthesis Skill Book. Shook his head. Qin Tian picked up the furnace blueprint and looked at it with divine detective technique. Item: Ordinary stove blueprint. Quality: Green. Crafting requirements: ordinary wood 10, ordinary metal sheet 5, ordinary nail 5. Efficacy: after successfully igniting the fire, it can burn for 10 minutes for every unit of low-quality wood consumed, for half an hour for every unit of ordinary wood consumed, and for 2 hours for every unit of high-quality wood consumed. Ordinary advancement: low-quality wood 15, low-quality metal sheet 10, low-quality nails 10, can be advanced to a blue advanced stove. High-quality goods advanced: ordinary wood 15, ordinary metal sheet 15, ordinary nails 15, can be advanced to a purple epic stove. Advanced advancement: high-quality wood 15, high-quality metal sheet 15, high-quality nails 15, can be advanced into an orange legendary stove. Now it's complete. Qin Tian nodded with satisfaction on his face. If water is the source of life, that fire is the light of civilization. With this stove, then he won't have to worry about having to eat raw fish sashimi after the bread is finished. The water should be fine. Qin Tian, who glanced at the water purifier inadvertently out of the corner of his eye, suddenly thought of drinking water. Go over there right away to check it out. Sure enough, the green light indicating that the filter was completed lit up. Qin Tian was very excited and picked up an empty plastic bottle from the pile of supplies. Drank most of the bottle directly after receiving a full bottle. Cool. Delicious. It is indeed the water filtered by the legendary water purifier. Sweet and refreshing. It is much better than the bottled water from the material wooden barrel. In his previous life, his mediocre water purifier could not filter such delicious water. This is the key to his rapid rise in the future. But there is water. The water container has become a big problem. You can't hang 500 milliliters of water in the trading market. Just let the buyer raise his head and open his mouth, and drink it like rainwater. Seems unprofessional. Not many people can drink 500 milliliters of water in one go. Qin Tian shook his head. The chat panel opens. Posted a message in it. Who has a synthesis skill book for making plastic bottles or wooden cups? I exchange 5 bottles of water with 5 units of high-quality shark meat. The synthesis skill book is not a bad street stuff. Under normal circumstances, many people use it right after it is released. Qin Tian also gambled again. I bet that in the early days, someone was willing to exchange it for food and water in order to survive. Saw his message. The chat channel suddenly became lively like cold water pouring into a frying pan. Question mark. Qin Shen, I have a drawing of a wooden barrel, please ask for a bottle of water. Jeffrey at Qin Tian, Mr. Qin, I opened 7 wooden barrels, and then I offered some food and supplies. I want to exchange 20 units of low-quality wood for a bottle of water, do you think it's okay? 3 Daojingyi at Qin Tian, I want to change it too, Qin Jun, I am also willing to exchange 20 units of inferior wood for a bottle of water for you. Abu Sharma at Qin Tian, Mr. Qin, I haven't eaten or drank for a whole day, please help me with shark meat and water, a good person will live a safe life. Clarence at Qin Tian, hey, Yanlong people, I have a wooden cup synthesis skill book here, but I don't want your one-time deal. I want you to provide me with 3 bottles of water and 3 bottles of water every day during the next novice period. Unit food. Automatically filter out the previous content. After seeing the transaction information proposed by Clarence, Qin Tian almost laughed out of anger. This foreign devil really dares to speak. Although the skill book is precious. But after all, it is just a life skill book such as plastic bottles and wooden cups. In today's early days when food and water are extremely scarce, it's worth giving him a bottle of water and a unit of food every day for a week. 3 bottles of water and 3 units of food. It can be said that he was taken advantage of. Really. In the chat interface, the chosen one of the Yanlong Empire soon became angry at Qin Tian for Qin Tian. Damn, you're crazy upstairs, right? If you're so greedy, why don't you kill yourself? That is, 3 bottles of water and 3 units of food a day, do you think you are trading a boat crossbow? Question mark. HMPH, what? Is it not okay? He needs it. I just put forward my own quotation. If he has the ability, he cannot buy it, or you Yanlong people can take out a synthesis skill book and sell it to him. I never thought that Clarence's agitation really had an effect. Question mark. Hey, I really thought you were the only one with it. God Qin, I have a plastic bottle synthesis skill book here. I don't ask much, just get me a bottle of water and a unit of food for a week. I saw a young man with black eyes, black hair, and fair complexion, who looked like a rich man and said. Seeing this, Qin Tian wanted to thank Clarence. Judging by the young man's tone, it is obvious that he intends to keep the plastic bottle synthesis skill book for his own use. But being so excited by Clarence, take it out and slap it in the face. One can imagine how rich and wonderful Clarence's expression is at the moment. And Qin Tian didn't want to disappoint the young man who helped him. As the saying goes, 1,000 pieces of gold buys a horse bone. It worked fine this time. It is also very beneficial for him to sell water in the future. As for a bottle of water and a unit of food per day, it is nothing to him who has the divine detective technique. So he directly at each other in the chat interface. Question mark. Qin Tian at Limingyang. How about it? Starting today, I will give you a bottle of water and a unit of food every day for half a month. If you think it is okay, we will start trading. Lie down, last for half a month, that translates to 15 bottles of water and 15 units of food. Envy, why wasn't I the one who wrote the synthesis skill book? Question mark. Li Yangming at Qin Tian, really? God Qin, did you give too much? Qin Tian saw the other party's words. There is a little more satisfaction in the eyes. It seems that this young man's character is not bad. Knowing to remind him that the bid is a bit high. At least he is not the kind of person who forgets righteousness when he sees profit and is open-eyed when he sees money. Question mark. Qin Tian at Li Yangming. The extra few days should be regarded as a reward for you to stand up and help me. Question mark. Li Yangming at Qin Tian. Really? Thank you so much, God Qin. Just say what you need in the future, I will never refuse what I can do. Li Yangming, who had tasted the sweetness, replied happily. Question mark. Qin Tian at Li Yangming. Well, let's start trading. Then he initiated the transaction panel to the other party. Put a bottle of water and a piece of high-quality shark meat on it. A book soon appeared in the other party's transaction column. Qin Tian looked at the book. Plastic Bottle Synthesis Skill Book. Every unit of inferior plastic consumed can produce an empty plastic bottle. After seeing no problem, Qin Tian directly chose to confirm the transaction. Chapter 19 Building the Furnace. In an instant, a hardcover book similar to an honorary certificate appeared in Qin Tian's hand. Without further ado, choose to use. Congratulations to the captain for successfully learning the plastic bottle synthesis skill. Hear the voice of the will of the planet. With a thought, Qin Tian opened the synthesis panel. Sure enough, there was an extra section for plastic bottles. One plastic bottle can be crafted for every 1 unit of low-quality plastic. Qin Tian changed the 0 on the panel to 1. With a piece of shoddy plastic on the raft disappears. About 2 seconds, there was a brand new white plastic bottle in his hand. It is also marked with a humanized capacity of 550 milliliters. That is to say, his water purifier can produce 18 bottles of drinking water in 1 hour. But just now he took a bottle himself. Now this wave can only receive 17 more bottles. Shook his head. Qin Tian changed the parameter on the panel to 16. The material disappears out of thin air. One after another, brand new empty plastic bottles appeared at his feet. The corners of Qin Tian's mouth rose. Pick up the empty bottles one by one and fill them with water. After receiving, he carried 2 iron buckets back and forth several times to refill the water tank of the water purifier with seawater. Let the water purifier continue to operate. In the studio, those who saw this scene involuntarily widened their eyes, and all gasped. Good guy, Qin Shen's water purifier is invincible, plus the bottle he drank just now. It can actually produce 18 bottles of water. Each bottle is marked with a capacity of 550 milliliters, so Qin Shen's water purifier can filter 10 liters of fresh water. The question is, have you noticed the time? It took about an hour from the time God Qin poured water into it until the filtration was completed. 10 liters of water in 1 hour, doesn't that mean Qin Shen can get 240 liters of drinking water in 1 day? Question mark. Idiot. He also said that your God's chosen is not open, so how could there be a water purifier of this level in the novice sea area? At least this must be a legendary water purifier, right? Question mark. Unfair. Our Great Cold Empire protests seriously. Qin Tian is a member of our Great Cold Empire. Yanlong Empire should escort Qin Tian's Uba's relatives to our Great Cold. Where is the official of our empire? If this kind of water purifier is not won by the chosen ones of our great lighthouse empire, is it waiting for the festival? The official people should hurry up to negotiate with the Yanlong Empire. Qin Tian, who didn't know this, looked at the 17 bottles of clear drinking water on the raft. Full of pride and ambition, I chose to put it on the shelves. 7 bottles of drinking water, each bottle can be exchanged for 36 units of inferior metal. 5 bottles of drinking water, each bottle can be exchanged for 18 units of common metal. 5 bottles of drinking water. Each bottle can be exchanged for 9 units of high-quality metal. He is going to build a furnace. So this wave of water resources he decided to exchange all of them into metal pieces. And once the raft is upgraded to a ship, demand for sheet metal will also increase significantly. Therefore, in the early days, the demand for metal pieces was not high among the chosen ones. And they all put water and food first. Buying big is the easiest. As soon as Qin Tian's 17 bottles of water hit the shelves, immediately, it attracted many gods chosen who had been paying attention to the trading market and began to crazily snatch it up. Oh, my god, that Yanlong man put 17 bottles of water on the shelves in the market. When news came out in the chat channel that Qin Tian had put drinking water on the trading market, there are only 6 bottles of 17 bottles of water left. I'm going, what's the situation? I saw that there was no water in the trading market a minute ago. Why is it less than a minute, and there are only 6 bottles of 17 bottles of water left? Stay still, let alone 6 bottles, you won't even be able to grab 1 bottle. 36 units of inferior metal for a bottle of water. Are you Yanlong Empire's chosen ones stealing money? Shit, what the hell is going on with the chosen one of the Yanlong Empire? Killed an elite shark yesterday, and opened up so many precious water resources today. Isn't this luck a bit too much? I want to exchange 20 wood for 5 stones, is there any exchange? Oh, fuck, leave me a bottle, I haven't had a sip of water for a day. The chat channel is full of chickens and dogs. But the trading market is in full swing. In less than 2 minutes, all the drinking water on Qin Tian's shelves were sold out. Ignored the 999 plus private message request. Qin Tian opened his backpack and took the lead in checking his metal sheet inventory. Poor metal sheet, 312. Common sheet metal, 90. Excellent metal sheet, 33. Quantity is enough. He opened the synthesis interface. Use 15 excellent metal pieces to combine 15 excellent nails. Then take out the ordinary stove blueprint. Use detective technique to open it. Look at the advanced column. Advancement, high quality wood 15, high quality metal sheet 15, high quality nails 15, can be advanced into an orange legendary stove can be advanced. With complete materials. The advanced option has been shown later. Qin Tian found a place in the middle of the raft and started to build. Making high-grade stoves requires 15 high-quality wood, 15 high-quality metal sheets, and 15 high-quality nails. Can you make them? Making. Qin Tian nodded. With the material disappears. The blueprint in his hand burst into light and dissipated. A smooth and thick square dark black stove with exquisite patterns engraved on the base appeared in front of Qin Tian. In the studio, faced with this scene, it was naturally another lively quarrel. Foreign devils accused Qin Tian of cheating, claiming that it was unfair and irresponsible to all countries in the world. The audience of Yanlong country was elated. Clap your hands. Of course, these can't affect Qin Tian in the slightest. On the raft, he first stretched out his hand and stroked the furnace body gently. Immediately, a divine detective technique was thrown over. Chapter 20 Drinking Water Sparks Controversy. Item: Legendary Stove. Quality: Orange. Efficacy: after successfully igniting the fire, it can burn for 1 hour for every unit of low-quality wood consumed, 3 hours for every unit of ordinary wood consumed, and 6 hours for every unit of high-quality wood consumed. Improved taste and texture by 50%. Cool. See the function and introduction of the stove. Qin Tian smiled in satisfaction. Not to mention the savings on wood. The automatic improvement of the taste and texture of food by 50% alone is enough to prove its worth. Seeing that the time has passed noon, Qin Tian's stomach also let out a cuckoo protest sound. He immediately used a piece of high-quality wood and a piece of metal to make a sharp spear. Then pick out 2 dry wooden boards that have been exposed to the sun. One of them scraped off a large pile of sawdust bit by bit with a spear. Another piece was split into sharp, thin strips like chopsticks. Although it is not easy for many people to drill wood to make fire, But for him who has been in World of Warships for 3 years, it just needs a lot of tossing. Keep rubbing with a rag. After grinding out several blood blisters on his palms, the place where it was drilled finally started to smoke. After thickening the smoke, Qin Tian immediately spread a thin layer of wood chips onto the thick smoke. Then he took a few breaths lightly. A flame sprang up. Seeing this, Qin Tian immediately piled all the sawdust on the flame. The flames are burning hotter and hotter. After completely stabilized, Qin Tian then put the burning wooden board into the stove. Because the necessary conditions for successful ignition have been met. As soon as the wooden board with the small flame entered the stove, the fire exploded immediately. It quickly made the whole stove scorching hot. With a water purifier, there is also a stove. This gave Qin Tian confidence that he would be able to comfortably pass through the novice period in the next bad weather. Spread the remaining thin wood strips on the stove cover one by one. Grab 2 slices of premium shark meat and place it on top for grilling. As the sizzling oil continues to drip and dry, a tempting aroma of grilled fish permeated the air. This made Qin Tian, who had eaten several meals of bread in a row, couldn't help swallowing hard. Seeing that the heat is almost there, the 2 pieces of high-quality shark meat showed a golden color on both sides. Qin Tian couldn't wait to clamp it with 2 wooden sticks. After blowing, I immediately ate it into my mouth with big gulps. There is no unpalatable urine smell like ordinary shark meat. The grilled premium shark meat is delicious and tender. And with the addition of the stove automatically increasing the taste and texture by 50%. There is even a faint salty smell of cumin. That's delicious. I don't know how Ning Shui and her daughter are doing now. Qin Tian was eating fish, while secretly thinking about his wife and daughter in his heart. Judging from my own performance yesterday, it should arouse the great attention of the country. As long as the wife and daughter are taken to live in the military area, life will naturally get better. And my main task is to constantly strengthen myself in the World of Warships. Advance your raft to a cruiser, battleship, and even a top-notch aircraft carrier. Until then, even if it is a biological mothership that faces alien creatures, the mother and daughter probably have enough self-protection ability. Eat while thinking. Qin Tian quickly finished the 2 pieces of high-quality shark meat. And at this moment, the green indicator light of the water purifier is on. Indicates that the seawater inside has been filtered. Qin Tian casually found a piece of rag to wipe the grease stains on his hands. Then walk over and consume 18 units of low-quality plastic to make 18 bottles. Take all the filtered water from the water purifier. Take the bucket and refill the water purifier with seawater. Only then did Qin Tian open the trading market. Picked out 20 bottles of the water in my hand and put them on the shelves. 5 bottles of drinking water. Each bottle can be exchanged for 36 units of inferior metal. 5 bottles of drinking water. Each bottle can be exchanged for 40 units of inferior wood. 5 bottles of drinking water. Each bottle can be exchanged for 40 units of inferior flax. 5 bottles of drinking water. Each bottle can be exchanged for 36 units of rags. If the dozen bottles of water that were put on the shelves before caused a shock, now these 20 bottles of water have caused a complete uproar. My God, is this Qin Tian of the Yanlong Empire a devil? How much drinking water did he prescribe? And another 20 bottles were put on the shelves. What? Is the water on the shelves again? So good, I'm dying of thirst. 36 units of metal, 40 units of wood and flax. The exchange price is too expensive. I haven't collected 36 metals yet. The girl upstairs adds friends. As long as you have a happy chat with Big Brother at night, Big Brother can trade you 10 units of metal. Go away, 10 units of metal, you sent the beggar. Idiot. It's tricky, it's definitely tricky. How could a newcomer dispense so much water the next day? Qin Tian couldn't have made a water purifier, right? Jackat, you lowly Sakura, don't scare yourself. Do you know what a dozen bottles of water mean? How could there be such high-quality blueprints in the novice period of World of Warships? Opening square bracket ? At Ah, what Jack Kun taught me is that I forgot about it. Thank you Jack Kun for your popular science. Qin Tian looked at Meichuan Ichiro who was still kneeling and licking after being scolded. A look of seriousness and coldness flashed across his face. It turned out to be this guy. Don't look at this little devil who is weak like a grandson now. But 2 years later, this guy is one of the 7 most insane pirates in the World of Warships. Led a band of minions in search of the marauders. Men are tortured and killed, women are captured. Although he didn't meet this group of devils in his last life. But in the chat channel, it is not uncommon to hear about the perverted behavior of these guys. Unexpectedly, selling drinking water this time actually attracted the attention of the other party. But anyway, drinking water should be sold or sold. Relying on his divine detective technique talent. As long as you go to advanced every time you advance. Then wait until his ship is upgraded to a frigate. Ordinary cruisers are not impossible to encounter. He thought. On the one hand, the trading market was opened. Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiobook to stay updated with our latest stories. And never miss out on a great listen.